wait for it to go live or to let me know we're live. All right. I think we're live now. It's saying now we're live. So, dang, that took forever. Let me go ahead and click the YouTube buttons, and then we'll be cracking these vaults. And we have some exciting news coming to for the midnight release. I am going to be posting a video I just recorded. That's why I hit go live late today. Um, but I just recorded a video of my live reaction to the Mistweaver changes, and I will be posting that tomorrow, first thing tomorrow. So let's see. Let's get YouTube chat pulled up. Sounds like my audio is weird. Give me a second. Let me try to fix that. Is my audio weird?
Until you get a couple more item levels. But then you want to go into delves and try to do as high of a delve. So, like, you'll only be able to do a tier 1 delve at the start, and then you have to work your way up tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. But then as you get to higher tiers, especially once you get up to 8, then you'll start getting a lot better gear. Okay, it sounds like my audio is fixed. So yeah, definitely do random dungeons into random heroics, and then you work your way into delves, and that's the best way to gear a character. So once you hit 80, I would start jumping to delves. Okay, but that's the best way to gear for sure. Yeah, of course, Christian. Okay, let's crack some vaults. It's weird because as this series goes on, we have less and less vaults to open. So today we have the only three healers we have left. We have our priest, our evoker, and the paladin vaults. Um, Now this healer, I don't think I did any rating on last week, but it would be nice to complete this tier set or this little set bonus here. Other than that, there's only a few pieces that could hit. Like this helm is still last season. So if we could hit one of those, it would be like winning the lottery. So let's just crack this vault. A ring would be nice. I only think I did one dungeon here, but hey, a mythic track chest I'm gonna take, and I'm not gonna be upset about. Yeah, we'll take that. It's definitely an upgrade. Anything being an upgrade at this point is like it's a win, right? It's a win. So the priest gets a small dub. We take that. Very nice. That's also a mythic, pretty in-game piece, so we take that. All right, let's hop on over to. I guess we'll do the Evoker's Vault next, and then we'll end on the Paladin, so we can start with those Paladin keys. Yo, what's up, Decolitis? How are you doing today? So, like I said, all we really care about is just like getting a good piece. Like it just has to hit. We need all three of our healers to hit. I mean, this character, the Evoker, is kind of the most geared of all of my alts, even like more geared than my Shaman. I kind of just stopped playing it for a while, so it doesn't really need one as bad. But let's see. How many keys would do? I think I only will get one slot on this character as well. So this character could use a ring. I think trinkets could be upgraded. A mythic track weapon would be huge too. That's kind of it though. It doesn't really have any like lacking pieces other than those. So hopefully it just, as long as it doesn't hit like one of these existing mythic track pieces. There's a mythic track offhand. I'm just going to take it. I don't know if I have a main hand available. But we take this. It's not bad. Do we have a main hand we can use? I do. I have one. Okay, I have two. Oh, that's a staff. Let's equip the offhand. And go from there. Two hand, one hand. It looks like I only have one hand. but we get to upgrade it for free because we already had a staff upgraded. I'm going to do that really quick before we hop to the other character, before I forget. But I think this is an upgrade overall. And also, if I ever wanted to, I could just craft a main hand. Yeah, we get to take this piece up. Oh, I guess we don't. Guess we don't get to take it up for free. Yikes. Okay, what's our intellect? 869 115869. 115869. 2, and it becomes 115869. Oh, it's actually we get more intellect from our two hand. Okay, that's kind of cringe. But if we were able to upgrade the other two pieces, we'd be better off. But I guess we stick with the two hand for now. At least till we get some crests this week. All right, so kind of a dud on the evoker. Kind of a dud. But now we hop on over to the final healer, the paladin. Like I said, it does kind of get more and more sad as this series goes on because we have less and less vaults to open, but it's kind of like cleansing in a way, you know? Also, I have my FPS up here. I don't know how to turn that off if I'm being honest. So this character, as you can see, is just lacking gear. So this character has a lot of ways to hit. I think we're also going to have a bigger vault on this character this week, so we have more chances to hit. But yeah, we just need like a main hand or a shield would be huge. I probably still don't play it. If we get a two-hand, I don't even think we play it. Less and less vaults until you start adding eventual tank and DPS vaults. I've already added a tank DPS. Oh my god. Okay, we got a head and a sack brood. Dude, we've gotten so many trinkets on this character. I think it's kind of a curse. We already have a mythic helm, though, so we have to take the sack brood. But hey, having to take a sack brood, I think there's been worse things, right? What up, Big G? What's up, Gumshoe? Good to see you. I guess you're Big G, because you're Gumshoe. But now we get to replace... Ooh, we have two very good passive trinkets. But dang, I guess... I mean, do we just... Do we craft a shield? Do y'all think I should craft a shield? Because we really are still rocking last season weapons. Or do we just hope to hit one? Let's upgrade the sack and get rolling. What do you seek? We'll put as much into... Actually, should I upgrade it if I plan to potentially craft a piece? I feel like we don't. I feel like we just sit with what we're at. Let's get into these keys, guys. We have a bit of ways to go. We are at starting the week, which, by the way, before we do a single key, let me take a picture of my Raider IO so it's easier for me to edit this video coming up. So now I'll have, like, access to my end-of-week stats, you know? Which is weird. I have a warrior that I've been grinding on, and it doesn't show. I guess, how is my warrior not synced to my account? My warrior's, like, higher IO than some of these people. It's crazy. So let me post this picture in my own personal Discord for reserves. Also, I guess I need to find my individual priest scores as well before we get started. I'm doing this before I do my first key because then the numbers change. I want my numbers to be as accurate at the beginning and end of the week as possible, you know. So here we go. All right, now that that's out of the way, we can get rolling. But how many of you guys watched all the midnight stuff this morning? There was an hour-long thing right before I went live. I'm playing a tank warrior. It's so much fun. I'm doing like insane key levels on an insanely undergeared warrior. It's really fun. Plus I'm tanking, so I'm like learning how bad or good maybe I am at tanking. But I'm not making it into a series or anything. Probably would have been a fun series, but no. I have another series where I'm going to be playing a DPS character coming up soon. Hit 3K on Shami. Started pushing Druid and Priest. Holy crap, Druid is so squishy. It's insane. Really? See, I thought the Druid was kind of tanky, but then again, I guess unless you're used to going into bear form a lot, and weaving in and out of cat form, because cat form gives you like AoE mitigation. I can't show you in this talent screen, but cat form has like a talent down here that gives you AoE mitigation, and then bear form makes you like really tanky if you swap into it before like a bolt hits you or something. But yeah, outside of that, yeah, I guess you are pretty tanky. So let's see. This character needs to round out its 12s, but we really want to start pushing 13. So whatever key we got from the vault is going to be our starting point. And hopefully it's one that we need. Streets. Of course it's not one that we need, but what we can do is we can join one of these at 12 and then just change it. So let's join like an Arakara or a Priory at 12. Arakara Priory 12 to 13. Oh, 12 to 13. Let's add 1 minimum rating. Healer roll available. Let's get blasting. And then we're going to put like multiple 3k healers. Multiple 3k healers is going to be our thing today. So the reason why I'm doing Priory or Arakara is because these are the two harder dungeons of the few that we have left. So I think like I could do like a 13 or 14 of Gambit or Floodgate, but I don't know. Like I don't really trust these as much as these. I feel like these are the two easy ones. So I want to do these first at the lower level to push my key up to another one. You know what I mean? So kind of working our way up in that aspect. Plus we're a paladin, so I feel like someone might want us in Priory. Maybe we don't queue up for a 13. That's a little ambitious. 12 Arakara. It's kind of crazy though, because we're getting to see how much do people like paladins. Like what's the public perception of Holy Paladin, you know? Whereas, like, we've seen what the public perception is of Resto Shaman. Like, we saw just how easy it was to get into keys on that character. I'm even seeing that people aren't accepting Evokers as much, which I thought they would be. Ramister says, I'm gearing a... I know I always butcher your name. I am gearing a Shami besides my H-Pal to make sure I can find groups with a decline valley. Yeah, for sure. It's so true, though. People are so annoying about it. Ooh, a Floodgate one, but it gives us cash. I don't like that. Don't like that. Another arena week. Oh my goodness. And another non-dungeon week. That's so sad. I'm not going to do any of these. Well, that's sad. Our weekly quests are kind of sucky this week. Arakar 12. Priory. Or should I just put what my main is? What do you guys think will give us a higher chance of getting invited? Putting the main IO or putting that we have multiple healers at 3k? For me, I think showing like the flexibility. But maybe someone would think, oh, well, then is this like your fourth best healer if you've already gotten 3 other ones? And so maybe this note might be turning people away. So, okay, let me try just 3.2 main. Man, I really need to find some time to push on my monk to get my main IO up more so that I can get invited to more. But eventually this will work. And if it doesn't, I mean, like I said, we have our 12. Where is my key? We have our 12 that we can do. I guess we just go ahead and bang out this 12 and just go from there. I don't know. I say we give it a little bit longer trying to get into a group. But have y'all seen all of the announcements for Midnights? There was they announced like a very rough draft of all of the class trees and talent trees and stuff. And so before I went live, the reason why I'm a little late going live is I was doing a reaction video to the Mistweaver tree. So that will be posted like I'll have to edit it after I stream. So it's gonna be a little. I guess the good YouTuber thing would have been to just like stream much later today and then edit that video, but I didn't want to make you guys wait too long for the stream. Plus, we got to get this series over with, so that will be posted either tonight after I edit it, or in the morning. But I'll probably try to get it out tonight at a weird hour. So let's just push our own key because yeah, like Gumshoe's saying, what's our item level? Our item level is just under 700, so maybe that's the big like deterrent. But I guess while we wait here, we could try to see what would it take to get a crafted piece of gear. Um, we still have a lot of crests to go. I could get some crafted pieces. So like depending on how much we game today, I could just store up some crests and do I could craft a main hand and a shield today. Because hopefully we're doing all 12 pluses today. Got the boy in here, got the whole squad. Every spec of paladin under the sun. Let's go blast the streets. Let's do it. But yeah, I mean, you really get the most power on your character from getting a weapon. And the fact that the weapon and the shield are the two pieces that like I still haven't gotten is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Ugh. Do you want to hear something funny? I guess. Why wouldn't you? So look, I haven't done a push up since like I was in high school. Okay, back like maybe a little in maybe I did a few in college. Okay, so we'll be generous and say like 2017. I haven't done a push up since 2017. So I yesterday I went downstairs and I was like walking on our treadmill, which I do often. I mean, I like lift weights and stuff, but I never do push ups. And So I walked on the treadmill and then I did some push ups. I did a set of 10 and I was like, okay, that was doable. And I'll do like slow push ups. Like I try to do like resistant push ups and stuff because that's what I used to do. And then I did my second set of 10 and I was like, dude, that is like the worst thing I've ever done. Like, there's no way I can do an 11th one. Like, there's no way. The second set of 10 was horrible. But then I was like, let me do a third set of 10 and then like I can go till failure. So like if I fail, like I could just if I get to 7, then I'll just call it, like if it's to where I don't think I could do an eighth or something. But no, so I do the third set of 10 and I do it. Like I did 30 push-ups. It was like 3 sets of 10, but like I did 30 push-ups and that's good for someone my size and that has not worked out in ages, okay? So I was like patting myself on the back there. Which is horrible. It's so bad that 30 push-ups is good for me. But what's the point of this? So then I was like, okay, I need to like chill because like that was exhausting. It's like I like laid down on the mat that I was on and I was just like laying there listening to a video and stuff. And then so then like all of a sudden I opened my eyes. It's like a few hours later I was asleep. So I was like, okay, I just took a giant nap on the floor of our basement. And I was like, I'm in my basement. I can't see the sun. I can't see what time it is. So I'm like, oh God, I'll check my iPad. It's dead because it was playing a video for however long. So I roll over onto my stomach and go to push myself up. My arms don't work. Still on my stomach. I'm like pushing. Nothing's happening because my arms are noodles. They're dead from the 30 push-ups. So I'm like on the ground. I'm like, how the heck do I get up? Like I'm actually stuck right now. So I mean, I ended up like obviously I could get up, like I just used my knees and stuff. But it was so funny because like I was like still half asleep. My legs weren't working, or not my legs, my arms weren't working. Oh, get out of that. It was just so funny because like I was just stuck on the ground in the basement. No one could hear me. I had no idea what time or day it was. Had no idea what day it was. But I thought that was funny. Gonna be lurking, but wanted to say hey first. Obsidian Fire, it's good to see you, man. I appreciate the lurk, but enjoy your day. Do your thing. I'll be here when you need me. But it's good to talk to you. Oh no, no, it was funny. It was funny. Yeah, our item level is just 699, so we have a long way to go in the item level department. Good evening, sir. What's up, Keaton? Good to see you. Now the stream can start, now that Keaton's here. I need 2 wings, but it looks like apparently I already wingsed. When did I wings? Okay, we're also not lusting. This pack is terrifying. There's just so much damage. I should not have dispelled the tank. Should have let the dot be on him instead of the mage, because he's a lot tankier. But we lived. Dang, we lived that without wings or lust. That was pretty crazy. I did have to lay on hand someone. I forget who, though. Okay, we pulled the mini boss. Oh, man. I just went ahead and sacked the shaman because I saw that bolt going his way. Oh, the mage. Goodness gracious. I basically said screw melee, I'm just casting. I'll put a consecration down. This mini boss is not dying. We have like, either we have no priority damage or no one's doing priority damage. But the mini boss is still like alive and healthy. So I'm just like, I'm stuck out of melee. I would love to Crusader Strike. Bang. Give me that one. Dude, Crusader Strike with his transmog is so sick. I just swing this gigantic hammer. I freed him that one, so I still have my Dispel. Finally. Oh my goodness. The mini boss who lived, come to die. Oh, Paladin. Okay, the Paladin just immuned himself to get rid of that 2-stack, which is honestly, that was a good play. I mean, it was a bad play that he got the 2-stack, but good that he got rid of it. You seen the Mistweaver change to the Midnight Alpha? I have. I haven't seen them physically, but I've read the notes. But like, I don't have access to the alpha. But I did see like on Wowhead the post, and I just recorded a video. I'm gonna post it hopefully tonight. So immediately after I stop the stream, I'll edit it and get it posted. Yo, what's up, Vicar? But a lot of very exciting things, a lot of not so exciting things, though, in my opinion. But more exciting than not exciting. I'm very excited to tinker around with all the Shaylin changes in Raid. See what that's like. Playing without Vivify in Raid will be very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, like I said, I have a video coming, so stay tuned. No J-Fire Stomp. Yeah, but have you seen gameplay? Like, did they let like another creator in to test everything? How do you get J-Fire Stomp or J-Fire teachings? Because it just says the talent just reads that you get it for 15 seconds, but it doesn't say how you get it. Yeah, no J-Fire Stomp is honestly it's about time. Meg was playing it. Okay, that checks out. But did you see how you got Jadefire teachings? Dang, I do wish that they would like invite me to those, you know, closed testing sessions and stuff, but guess we just gotta keep grinding and one day we'll get invited. Sounds like it's always active. I mean, that's how it read, but the talent node literally said for 15 seconds. That makes me think that, like, something's going to give it to you for 15 seconds. But the rest of it did read like it was going to be permanently passive, so... Oh, God. What do we do here? Oh, you can range that. Okay. Cool, cool. Oh, I did not mean to actually press wings there. I got my free wings and I pressed... what is this guy doing? I pressed my actual wings too. I feel like our damage is like really low in this group, right? It feels like we're moving very slow. Didn't only watch the first few minutes, saw Jade first, I'm gone, and came here. Okay. One day I'll be able to get access to those things. I need to reach out to Mad Skills and see if there's like a way I can get in or something. I just got the Fae one too, it looks so cool. Yeah, you missed out. I don't think you played back in Shadowlands, but yeah, we had some very cool effects back then. Damage is low for sure, was about to abandon boat. I mean, the thing about this dungeon is the timer's really free, but it, like, I mean, we could pull the 2 dogs with this just to kind of make up some time. Yeah, it looks like our damage is very low here. Joking, don't worry. About to just go AFK. Dude, Nick, we killed it last night. Our guild re-cleared raid, and we killed every boss that we've killed so far. So we re-cleared all of Mythic through Soul Hunters. So now we get to fully prog on Nexus King tomorrow. Which is awesome. That's a huge accomplishment. Like, re-clearing 6 bosses in one night is insane. And we killed a heroic boss. We went and killed heroic Soul Hunters too, so... Very awesome. Do we have drops? Do we have drops? Are drops enabled? If so, I'll change the title. But did they turn on drops again? I just did not check that, because I thought we just had drops. Why would they add more drops, you know? Nick, I always mess that up. Every time that I tank, I cannot get up there. There has to be a trick. But I can't, for the life of me, get up there. I'm going to go ahead and wings this. This is a pretty wingsable pool, right? So will he just keep trying to charge me? That's so funny. Dude, this pool is very healing intensive. I forgot how bad it is. Oh, also we're in a 12, so like, it's not gonna be free. Look at this guy, poor thing. There's little boxes on the side that help with it. Oh, okay, I see him. I see him. But I am horrible. I am, like, notoriously bad at jump puzzles. Excited to see your video on the new stuff. Your opinion is the only thing that I pay attention to with Monk. I mean, I definitely give my take, and you'll see, like, as I read down the talent list, like, it's hard to kind of, like, understand, but then once I get down to the bottom, so it's a longer video, because I'm literally having to, like, they didn't include pictures, so I'm having to read every single talent, which is kind of crazy. But once I get down to the bottom, things start to make sense to me about like some of the earlier stuff. So I think it's a pretty fun video in that sense, where you're going to see me be like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And then later be like, oh, I see what they mean. I see why they did that, you know. But yeah, definitely give my thoughts on all the Shaylin's changes, the Jadefire Stomp changes. I word it in a way with the information that I'm given. So like the information that I'm given is just that there's no Jadefire Stomp. That's all I can kind of tell from the talent list that I see. as someone who didn't get alpha access, you know. So that's all I talk about, and I kind of say like, if this means that there's another way to kind of like give yourself the buff, you know, then this is my opinion. But if this means that you know, it's permanently passive, then this is my opinion. So I kind of give my input on both ways depending on what it actually means, you know. That doesn't make any sense, but it'll make sense once you see the video. Just not having access to the full information and being able to physically test in the game is where I'm at, you know. No Jaded Fire Stomp, I'm in. Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to sack the Shaman. I'm going to go ahead and pop my defensive. I knew he wouldn't pop a defensive. That's why I sacked him. And yeah, because seeing how much damage these guys are doing, I can kind of just tell that they're not like the best players, you know? So I just kind of figured. I'll dispel him. I'm going to immune myself. Annihilation. Pop your defensive. Okay. I was about to say. Okay, we lusted. Very good. It's on me. I can freedom it. Okay, don't have freedom, so I'm just going to hang out near the boss. But on this side of the boss, away from the majority of the orbs. That buys me the most amount of time for my team to break that. Kind of unfortunate that Nick has the debuff. I'll try to grab it from him. No, thoink. Try to run this to like the mage or someone other than Nick. Got you, mage. Here you go, mage. Go crazy. All right. Dang, I'm gonna waste my free judgment proc. It's interesting for sure. Was there any envelopment changes? Having to hardcast that is my biggest issue. I mean, there's so much. I know that like there was a change, kind of what you're talking about, Keaton. In Mythic Plus, you know, in a Chi-Ji build, they changed the way that Enveloping Mist works with Chi-Ji. So, you know how nowadays, in order to get an instant cast Enveloping Mist, you need to kick 3 times to get an instant Enveloping Mist? Well, there was in the talent node of Chi-Ji, it just says, while Chi-Ji is present, your Enveloping Mists are instant. So, I mean, that's pretty exciting. Now, like with Chi-Ji, you don't have to kick a bunch. So basically what that'll kind of mean is that like when you first pop Chi-Ji, if you're just playing like Gift of the Celestials, you can basically just cast a few Enveloping Mists spread around the hot, and then go from there. Oh my goodness. These mines, claiming lives. Also, this damage is abysmal. Is it the Frost Mage? Or is it just because they're not even the ones that died? This Frost Mage scammed us. This Frost Mage had like 3k IO, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I've got wings for this next fool. Hopefully we do a big one. I can see that smoothing it out a bit. Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited to see how the new, like, that little left node looks. Yes, Roddy Coffee, I did. I have a video that I just recorded. I wanted to go live, so I didn't get a chance to edit it and post it yet. But I will be posting it like as soon as I get off the stream, basically today. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about. But that little 3 node where like your Rising Suncake and Vivify have a chance to give you this like, what was it called, like Uplifted or something, and that makes you pseudo miss 5 people when you cast Envelop Mist. That was sick, right? Yeah, this mage, I'm glad he's saving CDs for midnight because, mage has been able to see all of their talents. We can't. We aren't really able to see all the hero talents and stuff. They're still under construction, or at least from what I can see. I don't know. Maybe you can see more if you have alpha access. Okay, I have wings for this. Ooh, Nick, live, my boy. Okay, I'm gonna peek Nick really quick and risk my life to heal him. I should have been doing the RP before. We're gonna need that time save with how low this damage is, man. No, the chicken. I'm gonna Divine Toll for damage too. I feel like our damage is gonna really matter in this key. But I did also just waste wings before a boss. And that kind of doesn't feel good. Not gonna lie. Uplift? That thing is on Pandora. Yeah, it's not called Uplift. It had some other name, but it's like a 3 extra talents on the bottom of our Mistweaver tree that they seem pretty cool. Oh, I should have just spelled this paladin. But it's okay. We have our... Oh, man. We did not need to soak all those. Whoa. So Nick immuned me. Or one of the... What did you cast on me? One of the other paladins cast something on me, which let me just, like, get rid of the soak. That's awesome. I did not know that was a thing. Was that your prop paladin spell... What's it called? Spell ward? Bop? Bop, bop, bop. Bop to the top. I agree, Nick. But I still want to know what that spell was. Blessing of Protection, I think is what Bop stands for, right? I do have access to that one, I'm pretty sure. I don't know all the blessings names. I know what they do. I know what their picture looks like. Yeah, I'd never seen... I guess I never really... I do play with Ret Paladins a lot, but I guess I never really play with... I guess they just aren't used to using that utility, but I've never seen that it just completely gets rid of that for you, personally. Where's the other one? In the dirt. Okay, we are killing this ball so slow, man. You know it's bad when on every single pull I've seen Nick above someone else on DPS. Hey, how's the stream so far, bro? Hey, it's going pretty good, Zonkathon. Good to see you, man. How's your day going so far? They announced a bunch of midnight changes. They kind of dropped them all on us today. So before the stream, I was recording some stuff with that and have that posting tonight. But so far, the stream's going good. We're in this key, and our DPS is very low. Like, all 3 of our DPS kind of have been low on every pool. I haven't really seen a single pool where, like, a specific DPS is, like, popping off. You know what I mean? So we're kind of concerned about the timing of this dungeon. But I think the amount of damage that our tank is doing is kind of making up for it. And I'm kind of playing in a way... Look, I do barely any damage on this spec, but... I'm playing in a way where, like, I'm kind of being risky with my cooldowns to do more damage, you know? Hey, well, hey, it's kind of overlapping my details meters, but... I do have the spells I'm casting and the target I'm casting on up here, so you can kind of see a priority. Because I know Holy Paladin's a little hard to watch because everything is instant cast. So like if you just watch my mouse, you can't really tell what I'm doing. But if you watch up here, you'll be able to see a lot more clearly what I'm actually casting and who I'm casting it on. But for the most part, pressing Beacon before any damage event because it's a 15-second cooldown that makes your stuff AOE. Who has it? Oh god, is it me? It's not me. It's the shaman. It's the shaman. Shaman. Goodness gracious, man. Like, see, we're about to take AoE damage, so I pop Beacon, then I just shock heal people. So you do your Holy Power Spender as Eternal Flame, which is Word of Glory's replacement, and you just Holy Shock, and that's basically it. It's just Beacon for AoE healing, and then Shock Heal for everything else. Also, whenever you Holy Shock, you have a chance to get Infusion of Light procs, which are these like yellow lines that you'll see here around my character. You can consume those with Flash of Light. So Flash of Light is like a pretty horrible casted heal, but when you use your infusion procs on it, you have a bunch of talents that buff that Flash of Light, and it's instant cast now. So that's kind of it. Other than that, it's just learning your cooldowns, but you kind of just do the same rotation over and over. You build, you spend. Our mage was AFK just then. Oh my goodness, this timer is getting tighter and tighter as we go along. But I will say Paladin is one of those healers that it would really benefit you to like just take some time to like read. I would type in like I would go to the talent screen and I would type in Beacon. I would type in Flash of Light and Holy Shock and just read all of the interactions that light up, you know. What's the point of soaking these? It's just to keep the room from muddying up, because technically you could fail the boss by having the whole room fill up, you know. Also, in higher keys, like that puddle does hurt a lot. So if you let too much of the room fill up, by not soaking those little puddles, then it makes it really hard to take the briefcases to those like pits, you know. Top 5 WoW content creator. I appreciate that so much, Zonkathon. I appreciate that so much. That's very kind of you. What are you supposed to do in this part? Just do a bunch of RP? So there's like a vendor there that's kind of blocking the door. And you have to take a piece of loot that he drops. Like, take a little piece of gear that he drops. I think you have to buy it from him for like half a piece of gold or something. And then you have to... There's like little shop vendors all over the place. You have to go and like trade that piece with them until you get the right one that... until you get to one that'll say, well, I don't have anything to give you, but I do have the password to this club. And then once you get the password, then you just go talk to the guy guarding the door. Goodness gracious, people. So yeah, it is a lot of RP, but it's like you kind of fight stuff as you're going. And but yeah, for the most part, it's a lot of RP. But it's to trying to get the password to get into this club so that you can fight this boss. And here, oh goodness. Here, the reason why we're doing this instrument thing is because it gives us a buff. You'll see once we do a few of these, it'll give us a buff called Up Tempo. And the buff really makes this next part easy, because this guy will put a big shield on himself, and you want to be able to do enough damage to break that shield. So having this, let's see, it's a 25% damage and haste buff. Having that really makes it a lot easier to break this shield. But like we already have the buff, so I'm just not gonna ignore the drum mechanic. Still have it for 11 seconds, which all we really need it for is just to break this shield. So if you don't break the shield, it'll cast Final Warning, and it basically, I'm pretty sure it just wipes you. Pretty sure it's unlivable. They might have made it somehow healable, but like really difficult or something. Bad news is we just lusted. We also still need 1%, so we're going to have to literally fight a single ad downstairs before we go up to the boss. So hopefully we can do all of that, do all the RP and everything. I guess I should be doing this, shouldn't I? For the next one? Oh my goodness, I just missed. Ugh. I'm behind. I'm behind. Okay, that was useless. I didn't even get the buff. I should have just been punching the boss. Okay, we have our free wings. Trying to do as much damage as possible. As little as that is, it's just every little bit's going to add up, I think. Final Warning does like nothing, at least in my experience at plus 14, but it feels like it's not working right. Oh, okay. So it might be one of those things that they just forgot to scale it for Mythic Plus, because there's a lot of mechanics that they've totally forgot to scale for Mythic Plus. A great example is this mini boss that blocks the last boss. He has two mechanics. He has the shock mines, and he has the thing that tethers two people together and sucks them toward each other. That thing, if you get sucked toward each other, it just does Mythic 0 damage. So maybe they forgot to scale that too. I'm just going to wings here. Except I can get like 3 or 4 wings in this dungeon. Yeah, we have 2 of our DPS went up to start the RP. Cloudburst is gone? No! Cloudburst is gone. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look at all the changes for all the healers. Cloudburst, man. Oh, I loved Cloudburst Totem. Dang. They've done a lot to reduce the button bloat of Shaman, but I don't know, man. Cloudburst Totem's just a staple. It really is. Guy was pinging the lower health one. No, we need this one to die so we can go up. That's crazy, Keaton. All right. Boss time, we got 6.5 minutes. Now that I'm looking at the timer, I guess we're fine. Yeah, dude, our dungeon. I never felt good about our DPS this dungeon. Summon Ancestors now on Healing Stream Totem. No more Undulation or Unleashed Life. Interesting. I'll be honest, I used to hate Healing Stream Totem, and I used to love Cloudburst Totem, but ever since I played Totemic Resto Shaman for like the seasons 2 and 3, I really gained a liking to Healing Stream Totem. Where are we going? Alright, I have wings available. I think I'm just going to send it here. As soon as that Phase Slash comes out, get our tank topped up. I love how that Phase Slash just went on me. I feel like this boss is a little bugged, because that first Phase Slash he didn't do any damage. And then this one just hit me. Need a Divine Soul. Luckily the boss is doing his cast, but we legitimately instant kick that. That's crazy. Okay, where are we going? Triangle. Very easy. Okay, we can go to square. Very nice. Our I put a blessing on them. I don't know which one it is though. Probably the wrong one. Get our free wings proc. More damage. Now we just need like to avoid catastrophe. So I'm just gonna pop everything. Nice. Okay. Whew. We didn't get any IO for that, but that's because we went very slowly. We get a ring, though. We get the ring. Dang. Okay, someone got shoes. Thoink got the shoes. I will be equipping this ring. Probably replacing this one, right? I need to cleanse these bags, man. There's so much nonsense in here. Yeah, Haste Crit's very nice. So, hey, we crossed the 700 plane. Very nice. Oh, the mage left. All right, what did my key become, though? A 13 floodgate. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones that we need, too. So, perfect. It went to a floodgate. Oh, perfect. Man, this is way more changes than I was expecting. Makes me way more interested in Midnight. I know. I was really glad that it looks like things are going to be different enough to be different, you know? But now we get a 13. It's one of the ones we need. So, like, literally, we could go 13 Floodgate, 14 Gambit, if we get lucky. And then, like, I don't know, roll a few more dice. But I definitely think we can heal a Floodgate 13. You know what I could be doing on the side is editing my video and posting it while we're live. I just need to cut out like my coughs and pauses and stuff. You're so right. We literally are still playing Dragonflight, and I kind of mentioned that in my video. I was like, I mean, like, look, we've played the same Yulon build for years now. Like, it's time something felt different. Okay, we'll take them. So we have less B-res. Let's get a backup B-res because y'all know I do like to die. A Feral Druid sounds fun, though. I'll take the Feral Druid. That sounds like a good time. What's the rating of your 4 that aren't 3K yet? Let me pull that up for you so I can show you the exact number. So the 4 that aren't 3K, the Paladin is still this. We just did a key, but I didn't get any IO for it. The Evoker is around the same, 2670. The Priests are both at about like 18 to 1900. 18 to 1900. So, yeah, it's the reason why it shows like that is because it's the combined IO of both of them. But they're getting close. They're about like one good quality session away, and then these two are probably like 2 sessions, maybe 3 total sessions away for those. So, you know, it could happen anytime this week or next week or the week after, depending. All depends on how the keys go. You know what I mean? A live watch party? No, I would have it just. I wouldn't have it showing or listening for y'all. All I would do is like quickly cut out all of the pauses and stuff. Definitely think posting this earlier rather than later is going to be best. But I don't think y'all would be able to hear it. I don't know. I don't think I would ever want to do like a live editing something. I don't know. Maybe if I make like a funny meme video one day, I'd do like a live editing of it. But let's see. But I definitely want to get this video out so you can kind of... I mean, it's literally just me looking over the talents that they showed us and kind of giving my thoughts. So it's like, you know, it's a pretty rough like sketch of what they gave us. So it's a pretty rough sketch of my thoughts, you know? Nice Mistweaver video. I appreciate it, Rice Bar. I appreciate it. I thought it was such a fun video to make. I love my little edits in there too. Like talking to a wall was fun, and I don't know. I thought that was a funny little video. Let's see. Can y'all hear this? Okay, I don't think y'all can hear this. Or do y'all just want me to react? Well, the thing is, like, I can't really react to it because I've already read through all of it. The downside is, like, look, I recorded this video and it picked up my bad mic. Like, it picked up my bad. It still sounds fine. Like, a lot of people like this mic better, anyways. But I know some people are gonna comment, "Oh, this mic sucks. Like, why do you sound like that?" Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I could always, but like right now we're just waiting on a tank, right? Can't hear anything? No? Okay, good. That's how I like it. Let's see. Title it Midnight Mistweaver. That person trying to tank? What are you trying to do? Getting close with all of them, though? That's right. We're getting close. So I think this series is going to get really fun here soon. Come on, tanks. Where you at? Where are the tanks, man? There's a tank. Should we take this guy? I kind of want to trust him. The downside is, like, when you trust a tank like this, like, will they get one shot by Big Mama? Who knows? Who knows? Especially because it's a Blood Death Knight. You never know with these guys. Well, see, the thing is, I would do a live reaction, but I've already read through it, so it wouldn't be a reaction, you know? Can I ask your thoughts on Deep Clarity? Do you think it's worth in Veil of Pride for Shao's, if you don't mind at all? I really like Veil of Pride. I do like Shao's lesson for some dungeons where you just need like more, like you just need more throughput for like a longer amount of time. Like having that one burst of healing isn't like enough, you know? Like good examples like Priory, you know, those giant pools. Like sometimes it's just better to have like just to do more throughput for, you know? But for the most part, I'm pretty sure I take Veil of Pride even in that dungeon. So, but Deep Clarity, I know a lot of people like that over, I think, the second point in Secret Infusion. I've played around with Deep Clarity a lot, and like, and sometimes it's good, but I the times where I think like, oh man, I'm glad I have Deep Clarity is like in dungeons where you have to heal on the move a lot. So Arakara is like the one dungeon where every time I take Deep Clarity in it, I'm like, oh man, that felt nice because like on the first boss in Arakara, you know, you have to move while healing a lot, and like you can like Thunder Focus the Envelop Mist, do a Deep Clarity Vivified, and like everyone's like chunk healed. So I like it for certain dungeons, but other dungeons where you don't really have a moment where it's like, oh, that's gonna come up, you know. I really just like the second point in Secret Infusion. I'm pretty sure that's what people drop for it, but I think that's like a more well-rounded approach. I've been trying to get the Unbound Hero achieve the season, but man, that's hard to keep up. Ooh, Unbound Hero. What does that achieve? Unbound Hero. What is Unbound? Just It's not coming up. Unbound Hero. Yeah, it's 8. Its second point's 15%. Yeah, I mean, you do get like slightly less on the second point of Secret Infusion, but it's still like 7% more verse on like a nearly like 33% uptime is like good, right? Um, I don't know. It's kind of like the thing is like a lot of dungeons I just like if I take Deep Clarity I'm like that never I don't think it helped me there. You know what I mean? It's the top 0.1% at the end of the season one. Oh yeah. Title is what they call that. The 0.1% is brutal. It's so hard to get. Like right now it's like 3,700 is the cutoff or something stupid like that. Alright, I need people living. I just had to save that Death Knight. Should I do some damage here? I just use my wings. I feel like no one else is really kicking. Like me and maybe one other person are kicking. Keep our consecration down. Just moving out of melee for these windups. No amount of damage that I do in melee is gonna be worth the risk of me just sitting in those windups while I'm this squishy. So I'm just playing extra cautious. Okay. One hard pull out of the way. Our Feral Druid just did a casual 20 million DPS there, so sustained. That's absolutely insane. Our Frost Death Knight said they're in the wrong talent, so they ran out of the dungeon, which sucks a lot because they're going to probably have to wait on a cooldown out there or something. Said, can I leave the instant? Dude, no one's stopping you. He's typing, is it okay if I leave the instance? Do what you gotta do, man. Say yes, I guess. He's still just sitting there waiting for someone to respond to him if he's allowed to leave the instance. Oh, and then I didn't even type it in party chat, so... Oh my goodness, dude, this Death Knight. This Death Knight, man. Do y'all want me to just pull up the Mistweaver? Oh god, I had to lay on hands myself. Do y'all want me to pull up like all the talent changes coming in? Like, would y'all want me to talk through them? Because I'll talk through the Mistweaver ones again, and maybe I just make that my video so there's like less downtime of me being confused. And then I could talk through my thoughts on all the other changes for all the other healers too. Would y'all want that? Like maybe a pause in the gameplay. Is he still waiting to see if he can... He was literally waiting on his cooldowns for that long so he could swap talents. That is unreal. At that point, just play your raid talents and just do big single target damage. Yes? Anything Mistweaver? Okay, so how about this? After this key, 100% ye... Oh, gosh. Okay. After this key, I'll pull up all the talent changes. Oh, gosh. And I'll talk through all the Mistweaver ones first, even though I have already read those, so those won't quite be a live reaction. However, look, I'll be totally real with you guys, and you guys can probably, you know, hopefully y'all will understand this. I'm very stupid, so a lot of the changes, I would read them at first and be like, what? What is that saying? You know, like, can someone explain this to me? So, but now that I've read through all of them, they all started to kind of click as I went through, but... I think now, honestly, there will be... If I were to just live react on stream, it probably would be a better video anyways. And plus, then you guys get to type literally whatever you want in chat. Like, well, you know, with restrictions, but... hopefully someone says something very...
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
Yikes. Hopefully someone says something very funny in chat while I record that, so that someone will comment on it and boost the YouTube algorithm. So be thinking of y'all's jokes, people. I need your jokes. I'll still watch on YouTube too, Keaton the goat. You're speaking my language. Music to my ears. Okay, I just had to waste Beacon and Prism to top everyone up. I'm just going to Divine Toll for damage. Hopefully I don't regret that here. I'm going to get very clear of these bombs because apparently they like me. I just feel like I do no damage. Like, I'm literally doing all of my globals are damage globals. I'm even using all my holy power on Shield of the Righteouses, and I just feel like I do no damage. Like, I don't know. Hopefully it's just an item level thing. Well, no, hopefully it's just a Holy Paladin thing. So that it's not just a me thing, you know? Hi, chat. Hi, streamer. What's up? Is it Mandu? What's good, Mandu? Good to see you. But yeah, I mean, I've done a couple of things like that, and I know some people like watching the live reactions, some people don't like watching them, so just want to check with you guys, but it looks like a pretty overwhelming yay as opposed to 0 nays. Dude, Rice Bar, those emotes are amazing. Let's go and dot this Architect up before he jumps. I want a Divine Toll for damage, but I also don't want to because this next pool scares me, so we will not. Actually, I could just wings the next pool. Go, pull ahead. We've already wasted so much time on this other Death Knight. Go. Oh god, I pulled. Oh god. Do we abandon here? Just get to the live reactions. So I kind of did just troll my own key. I'll just vote yes. We'll call it. Okay. Live reaction time. That's okay. That kind of needed to happen. Let's pull up all the talent builds. All the talent changes. So for those that don't know, they announced a bunch of changes coming in midnight. Well, they didn't announce a bunch of changes, but they did announce new talent trees coming, and apparently my Google is broken. So let me just make sure that you guys can see me correctly before we kind of get into this. But let's scroll down till we see... Oh, also Valor Stones are being removed, so we basically will just have Crest, I'm pretty sure, which is very good. There's no reason to bottleneck in 2 different ways. Okay, so all talents in Midnight Tree Alpha, which... Let me just see. Was Alpha just... PTR? Yeah, I just didn't have Alpha access, which is big sad, big sad. Write your letters to Blizzard. Get me in there. Get me in the Alpha. Alright, so we're going to start off with Monk, okay? Now, Monk is the only one that I've read through, so I'm just going to kind of get through the good points. So, as you see here, all of the talents, they don't have a picture for, which just means that everything's still in construction, like, but it does make my job a little harder trying to show everything because, like, I have to hover over everything, but for the most part, a lot of these talents aren't changed. So, Soothing Mist, Paralysis, Stagger, or not Stagger, but for us, Rising Sunkick, Elusive Mist off Soothing Mist, Tiger's Lust, same thing, Crashing and Disable, Fast Feet, Grace the Crane. A lot of these are the same. Bounding Agility, Calming Presence. Like, some things have changed location. We got Detox. Vivacious is still the same. Notice, though, that there's a lot of ties between what only Vivify used to do and now Vivify or Shayloon's does. So this says, after casting Rising Sunkick, your next Shayloon's gift becomes instant cast or Vivify. Which I want you guys to notice that it just mentions Shayloon's gift here, but the way that this is set up, whoever imported these talents had very specific things talented. So whenever things just mention Shaylin's gift here, um, I'm pretty sure it also will still work for Vivify, but Shaylin's now will replace Vivify. We'll get into that. No, Ceiling Panda redeemed an IRL voice ban. I've totally forgot that I put that in. Uh, God. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Can I do it after? Can I do it after this? That's like the most perfectly timed. I know you thought that was so funny, but okay, so okay, I'll figure out how to refund it. But dude, so I have a voice. That you can ban my voice for like I don't know how long, a few minutes. Oh my god, that's the first time. And then Brother Bear. Oh god. Okay, I'll redeem. I'll try to refund those to you guys. But for now, we're recording. Oh my god, that's so good though. That is so good. But okay, so anyway, Shaylin's gift is now a replacement to Vivify, and Expel Harm also has something that can replace it if you talent in that way. The person that had these talents and imported them into Wowhead had those talents selected, so I'm pretty sure Vivacious Vivification will still also work with Vivify. Um, and it's just worded in such a way where it only mentions Shayloons. Also, it says Yoru, so that's a typo. But yeah, so Vivacious, there's some pretty spicy stuff coming up for Shayloons for sure. Jade Walk's the same, Pressure Point's the same, Spear Strike's the same, Ancient Art's the same, Chi Wave, Chi Burst the same, Transcendence the same, Energy Transfer. There's a lot, like I said, that is the same, but we're looking for the spicy stuff. There is quite a bit of spicy stuff, and we're coming up on one change that I'm actually not a fan of. So a lot of this stuff is the same as it is in 11.2. Ring of Peace, Frosty gives a win. Tiger Tail Sweep, blah, 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 blah. All this is literally the same. There's no reason to react to something that already exists. Now, this is new, okay? Yulon's Grace is old. Yulon's Grace is in the game currently. However, you'll notice that it is normally a talent node. It's a point node with diffuse magic. So far, if we're scanning left to right, we're like, oh, where'd diffuse magic go? We'll get there. So peace and prosperity, same thing. Reduce your cooldown. Fortifying brew, same, still cooldown. Here's a change. Dance of the Wind now reads as if it's just a baseline dodge chance reduction, which currently in the game it's a stacking chance. Got a shower during Rave Break. Have a great one. I appreciate you, Ceiling Panda. We lose Jadefire Sag, but yeah, it's for the best, Griffin. You'll see. I did need to know, Sailing Panda, for sure. But Dance of the Wind, how it works is like it stacks up your chance to dodge, and then like you get like a big physical. It's worded very weird, but now it's just a baseline dodge chance. That's very weird to me. I wonder if that's like a work in progress kind of thing. But just 5% bonus dodge chance sounds really bad, really bad. Like that reads like a tank talent, to be honest. Okay, Celestial Determination still the same thing. Diffuse Magic. Now this is where Diffuse Magic went. Okay. Oh yeah, there's so many awesome Dance of the Wind interactions. You can literally immune like disruptive shouts and thunderclaps and stuff. So I really hope that that's just like a typo. They accidentally added the wrong Dance of Wind, but I doubt it. So it looks like Dance of the Wind might be getting a change, which is sad. But Diffuse Magic got moved, so it's no longer on a talent node with the Yulon's Grace. It's now its own passive talent, but here's the reason why I don't like it. It says activating Fort Brood transfers all. It basically bounces that magic debuff off like Diffuse Magic does now. So currently in current day WoW, we have Diffuse Magic for when we need Diffuse Magic. Like say you get a debuff, you can bounce it back. But now and then you also have Fortifying Brew for when you need that defensive. So you have two different defensives. Say you're fighting the Halls of Atonement boss, you can Diffuse Magic the first dot that goes on you to, like get it off of yourself, then dispel the other person. And then the next one, you can dispel the other person and then Fort Brew to save yourself as well. But now it's all going on to one button with this node. I really do not like this change. I think this is like the number one thing that I don't like on the tree. That it's now just going to be tacked on to Fort Brew if you talent into it. I don't like that. Because now you have to commit basically both of your defensives to get the Diffuse Magic effect. I'm not a fan, personally. So Diffuse Magic, gone, basically. Well, not gone, but now it's here. Still Iron Shell, Expeditious Fortification, which I guess to be fair, Expeditious Fortification... Well, it depends. If it's still like a 4-minute cooldown going down to 2-minute, that's also going to be a nerf to Diffuse Magic anyway. So Okay, also the statues are still here, sure. Also, let's see, can we get access to any other statues? Mistweavers have a choice node. Okay, ooh, this is spicy. So we can either get Summon Jade Serpent statue, that's there already, or we can get Jade Infusion. Thunder Focus Tea summons a Jade Serpent statue at your location. When you channel Soothing Mist, the statue will also be. Dude, that's awesome. So now you don't have to set it at the beginning of a fight. So for Mythic Plus, basically, you can just take this talent, then every time you Thunder Focus Tea, you'll just summon a thing. But the downside here is that you'll also have to Soothing Mist. So in Mythic Plus, you're not really Soothing Misting. But I guess this would be fine for like if there's like a dungeon with like big single target damage that could come up. Um, Healing. Okay, let's see how much they heal. They heal for the same amount, so it's still that reduced effectiveness Soothing Mist. So I don't know. I don't see why you would take Jade Infusion in a raid environment, and then I don't see why you would take Jade Infusion in a Mythic Plus environment unless you're doing like a caster style build and you're going to be Soothing Misting a lot. So I don't know. It's cool. It's basically they didn't take anything away here. They just gave us another option, which I'm never upset about. Expel Harm Ceiling is increased by up to 100%. Expel Harm Ceiling. This is another choice node, but this is questionable because notice it just mentions Expel Harm, and earlier I had said that there's a talent that replaces Expel Harm. So I'm curious what happens to these talents because it doesn't mention anything if you replace Expel Harm. But these are the same. Roll removes a snare. Save them all is the same. Same cheap proficiency, get healing and magic damage. All of these, I'm pretty sure, are basically the exact same. So we're getting to the sexy stuff, the stuff on the Mistweaver tree. Fatal Touch, Escape from Reality, or Linked Spirits. Okay, so Escape from Reality, you can basically transfer, then transfer back. Linked Spirits, what is this? Transcendence? Oh, that's there. Okay. Flow of Chi, above 90%. Movement speed increased by 5%. Between, can y'all see this, by the way? Yeah. Looks the same. Lighter than air, the same. Okay, so basically the big changes here are we're getting like a new cool way to Thunder Focus Tea and summon a statue, which is pretty cool. It's going to be very thematic, pretty fun to play around. I think diffuse magic, but yeah, notice how they're giving some love to the caster build, like straight up. The only use that I can think of is a Mythic Plus caster build. Because why would you take this talent Thunder Focus Tea, start a Soothing Mist just to activate that thing? You know. So yeah, they're changing. It looks like they're changing our defensive rotation though, which I don't know how much of a fan I am of the changes there. But now we get to the fun stuff. So how many of you guys are curious what's happening to our hero talent tree? I know I am. Unfortunately, oh, they added it. Oh man, I was gonna do a whole joke about how they didn't change. Oh, it's all there. Okay. I was going to do a whole joke about how earlier today you couldn't see this. They just didn't add in this. Yeah, it was all like this. It was all under construction. But they added in conduit. So now we actually get to see, okay, did they actually, can we read? Oh my God, we can actually read what's changing. I've already recorded this video and this stuff wasn't accessible. You couldn't read this. So Celestial Conduit, still, I'm guessing it's just the same. You move while channeling, but casting either healing or damaging 500 allies. Split evenly. Healing, yeah, that looks the same. Temple Training, the healing of Envelop Mess Vivify is in Greece. That's the same. But now this... okay, yeah, that's the same node. Courage of the White Tiger. I have a chance to cause Wind to Claw. Chi guarantees your next activation of this cast. Okay. Just looking for the new stuff. Restore Balance. Looks the same. Heart of the Jade Serpent used to be like on the left here. So it moved. So Shaylin's Gift calls upon Yulon to increase the cooldown recovery rate of Renewing Mist. So this is interesting because you're going to see there's a lot of changes with Shaylin's Gift. So I'm interested to see how Heart of the Jade Serpent behaves with Shaylin's Gift, but we're going to have to get into all that. Very interesting. Still the same. Yulon's avatar, that's new. So Heart of the Jade Serpent additionally triggers for 4 seconds at 100% effectiveness after you cast Thunder Focus Tea. Okay, so that's like literally just our tier set right now. That's kind of lame. Come on, give us new stuff, man. Okay, Flight of the Red Crane, still the same, I'm guessing. Strength of Black Ox, reduced by 50%, 3%, yep. Your movement speed is increased by 75% during your conduit, and 15%, I'm pretty sure that's 75%. Does it already increase by 75%? That's crazy. But we'll keep reading. Chi Swiftness. That sounds kind of. That doesn't sound like a number that exists currently. It might be. Nitsal's Protection, Absorb Shield, Jade Sanctuary, heal for 10%. You can't, yep, same thing. Strength of Black Ox is, this is new. Stampede of the Ancients, baller name, by the way. Strength of the Black Ox effect is 400% more effective on your primary target. Okay, so we get a juicy shield. Okay, so it is the same? Okay. For some reason, this is taking forever to load. But okay, so our whoever we cast an enveloping mist on to consume that strength of the Black Ox proc is going to get a juicier shield, which is really cool. It's going to add some play in Mythic Plus with Conduit for sure. Inner Compass is the same. Heart of the Jade Serpent increases your haste. So this is just our tier set. They basically just baked in our current tier set, which I hate. I hate all this haste. My hands can't keep up. I literally, to prove it to you, I had to buy this stuff. I'm literally 20. How old am I? I'm 28 years old, okay? And I had to buy arthritis gel from raiding this season. I'm legit not kidding. It smells like bug spray. It's on my hands. I had to buy some arthritis gel at the age of 27 because I play Mistweaver, almost with this to blame. So I'm kind of mad that they're just baking in our tier set. Unity Within is the exact same. Okay, so all in all, they're basically just giving us our tier set and then buffing up Strength of the Black Ox for a single target shield, which is pretty cool. Master of Harmony is getting some changes, but unfortunately, it's under construction. I'm pretty sure everything else reads the exact same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything here reads the exact same. They haven't really come up with what is going to be different yet. Hopefully, this is the one that I would be happy if they give us our tier set back for this season, personally. Okay, now let's go to the actual sexy stuff. So, Mistweaver. Now, here's a question. You know, earlier I had said that the person that imported these talents into Wowhead had some talents selected. So, for example, what's a good example? For example, you can tell they had Rapid Diffusion talented because the Enveloping Mist has that bottom line selected. It basically says applies Renewing Mist for 6 seconds to an ally, blah, blah, blah. So my question is, Enveloping Mist, normally in modern day WoW, Enveloping Mist gives a 30% healing bonus, and it's a 7-second, but it's only if you have Mist Wrap, right? Let's see. We can talent calc this. How do I talent calc? Take me to the calculator. What the heck? I don't know how to get the talent calculator. How does one do this? I guess we can just go up here, right? I feel stupid. I know I'm stupid, but I feel extra stupid right now. Shows just how little I use this. How do you get to the talent calculator, man? Thought it would be like something up here, right? I feel like it's staring me in the face. Tools. Tools. There we go. Aha. I jumped the gun. Appreciate it. Let's do Mistweaver. So let's see. Did they change Enveloping Mist? And then if I work my way down, does it go up to 40? Gotta get some talents selected here. So we're seeing, I'm pretty sure they nerfed Enveloping Mist, by the way, is what I'm trying to show. See how, like, when you take talents, it modifies the wording of it? By 7 seconds. But, like, so Enveloping Mist baseline increases the healing that target receives by 20%, right? And then when you take Mist Wrap, it goes up to 40%, and it lasts 6 seconds. Or it goes from 6 to 7 seconds, 30 to 40%. But the way that it reads now is it's 20% and 7 seconds baseline. So I'm wondering which of those numbers is wrong, or if they just extended the duration by 1 second, and then if you go Mist Wrap, does it then go up to 8 seconds? I'm very curious of why these numbers are 7 and 20%. So who knows? Hopefully they did nerf the healing amplification, because I think we need some trimming in that aspect for sure, because we have so many of those. But if they made it a 7-second hot to compensate, I'm happy. Okay, I am very happy. But other than that, it's just enveloping mist. Serene Vitality is a replacement for Shaylun, or replacement for Expel Harm, and now it just makes your Shaylun's Gift heal by 60% extra on yourself, which is very interesting because it makes you think, could you go like a build with Emperor's Favor to make it a big single target heal on yourself? Like, then you could just spam it because you don't really need that many stacks with Emperor's Favor. I don't really know how I like this. However, the one thing that kind of throws me off here is that Serene Vitality is so high up on the tree that it's kind of a mandatory talent. So you kind of almost in a way have to replace Expel Harm. And then at that point, it kind of begs the question like, why? Why does this replace Expel Harm? You know what I mean? Why can't both these exist? So I don't know because then if you take a big smack, say you take a web bolt or something, you take like 80% of your health, you just Expel Harm that sucker off, and then you still can keep your Shaylun's Gift as a cooldown. But now the way Serene Vitality is making it seem like is like every time that you take a big smack, you have to cast Shaylun's Gift and waste that cooldown. So I don't really like that. I don't like that. There you go. And then this also raises another question. So Thunder Focus Tea is the same, I think. But notice how Thunder Focus Tea now only lists Enveloping Mist, Renewing Mist, and Rising Sun Kick. So the two big notable ones that are missing are Expel Harm and Vivify. I don't know if they removed Expel Harm and Vivify from Thunder Focus Tea, because like I said, I haven't gotten access to the actual alpha game. But my guess here is that they didn't. I would think that they didn't remove those effects from Thunder Focus Tea, but the person, once again, that imported these talents in should have unchecked everything so we could read everything baseline. And I think they had Serene Vitality replacing Expel Harm. That's why nothing shows here. And then I think they had, once again, I haven't shown you yet, but Shaylun's now replaces Vivify. So I think that both of those talents were checked when they imported, so those aren't listed in Thunder Focus Tea. But once again, we're going to have to get into the game to see. My hope is that Expel Harm still is on Thunder Focus Tea, but Vivify isn't. Because if Vivify is no longer on Thunder Focus Tea, that creates a really cool interaction with Focus Thunder where you can basically Rising Sun Kick, Vivify, or Rushing Wind Kick, Vivify, Rushing Wind Kick, Vivify, Rushing Wind Kick, Vivify, all back to back to back to back because the Vivifies aren't consuming your Thunder Focus Tea stacks. Only the Rushing Wind Kicks are, which would be really fun. However, that just doesn't work because once again, those Vivifies are using your Focus Tea stacks, but like I said, I think this is just like a notation error from what we can see from Wowhead's point of view. I don't think they actually removed Thunder Focus Tea. However, like I said, I would like for them to. I'll stop yapping about that. But so Thunder Focus Tea looks like it could possibly have changed. Who knows? Could have not. Cocoon's still the same. Manatee. Now, this is one that kind of is pissing me off. So when I first saw this one the first time, I literally just made a video ranting about Manatee and how it needs to be buffed. Notice that at least here in this tooltip, it doesn't mention the mana reduction. Whereas if you go to modern day WoW, it says that you get this much mana back and reduces the mana cost of your souls by 30% for a second per stack. Here it doesn't say that. Am I crazy? Has anyone been able to get into the alpha and test that? I don't know, but the way it's reading, it's looking like they're taking away the mana reduction. If they're doing that, hopefully they shave some mana costs off Enveloping Mist and a lot of other spells. But right now, this wording has me worried. And I'm not wrong, right? Can y'all confirm that you don't see anything about a mana reduction here? And that I'm not just going crazy? But the way it's reading, which it could just be a type error, it could just be an error that they forgot to include, which is totally fine. But as far as it goes now, I want to be vocal about the fact that this doesn't read that it gives us mana reduction here because that sucks, and I don't like that. So, okay. Moving on, though. Invigorating Mist. However, that did not say that, or did not say the mana reduction, but you notice that the Invigorating Mist is also missing a line. Ignore the bottom line. Can y'all notice what the Invigorating Mist is missing? Anyone? I'll kind of skip it for now, but let me read the Shaylun's Gift part. So, like I said, Shaylun's replaces Vivify. So if you have Shaylun's talented, this just says that Shaylun's is going to heal the primary target more. Now, that is going to look really good in a 5-man environment. You can target the tank or something and get like a big smack of healing on the tank, plus a nice AoE heal on everyone else. But what's really interesting is how this is going to work with Emperor's Favor, because if your Shayloons is healing for 75% more than and you have Emperor's Favor, you could Shayloons at like 3 stacks and it'll like top up someone, right? Okay, so dev notes. So Vicar says dev notes specify that expel harm and vivify are excluded from Thunder Focus D. Okay, so they completely removed that effectiveness from it. I'm happy about Vivify being removed because the only time you ever Thunder Focus Tea a Vivify is by accident. Like you're like, oh crap, I just wasted my Thunder Focus Tea. So that's good. Expel Harm, it did have use case. I felt like Expel Harm was fine. But yeah, Obsidian Fire, you called it. So Invigorating Mist in modern day WoW is square root scaled. It says it's reduced beyond 5 allies. I literally just mentioned how this is so annoying in our video, so you're basically punished for getting more Renewing Mist out and benefiting from this. But notice that it doesn't say that. It just says Vivify heals all allies with Renewing Mist for X amount, which is exciting. If they are removing the square root scaling on this, then we will rejoice and throw a party in the streets. I'll invite everyone watching this over to my house so we can throw a big party because Invigorating Mist being square root scaled is not okay, especially when Whispering Waves existed how it is currently. So now Crane Style, still the same. You're going to be kicking up Mastery procs. Revival, Restoral, still the same, I'm pretty sure. Healing Elixir, still the same. Calming Coalescence, Refreshment, still the same. Buffs your Life Cocoon. Uplifted Spirits is getting a change. Now, if you remember back when they first changed Jade Bond used to work in a way, I forget how it worked, but like every time you like crit or something, you would take like time off your Jade Bond or off your Celestial, so people would just like shave their Yulon down to like a 1 minute cooldown. It was something like that. I can't remember. Maybe it's every Mastery proc. I don't know. But the devs basically said, hey, we don't like these variable timed cooldowns. We only really like if revival is a 3 minute cooldown, we want it to be a 3 minute cooldown. We don't want you to be able to like skillfully get it down to like a minute cooldown, which right now you can bring it down a lot. Um, what was that? Oh, someone's casting a loud spell in the game. It scared me. But now notice Uplifted Spirits no longer will shave time off whenever you crit a Vivify or whenever you Rising Sun Kick. It's shaved a second off, which is really, really strong right now in our raid build where we're going Conduit, using all the haste and all the additional Heart of the Jade Serpent Vivifies and or Rushing Wind Kicks and all the crit bonus from our Secret Infusion to really game this talent to shave our Revival down to like a 1.5 minute cooldown or lower, you know? But now they just said, hey, if you take Uplifted Spirits, Revival is a 2.5 minute cooldown. So I don't know. I mean, this will make raid planning a little easier on the raid leader, but for us, it's like, man, it was pretty fun having Revival up pretty often, you know. So they're getting rid of that, which honestly it kind of makes sense because they already did it with Jade Bond. But I'm not really a fan. This is probably the coolest talent that we're gonna see. So perk up your ears, right? So they're removing Awakened Jade Fire, but they're turning it into Way of the Crane. So if you take this talent, I'm pretty sure it's just passive and you have it all the time. So Way of the Crane, I'm reading that bottom one first. Tiger Palm strikes twice, Blackout Kick cleaves to 2 targets, and Spinning Crane Kick heals 3 of your allies. This is Awakened Jade Fire, right? They're just calling it this. Let's see. Ceiling Panda said they want to have raid planning be as much of a need as it currently is, though. So hopefully they hit that. I think that's a good upside to this. I've been debating on moving from Mistweaver main to Arsham and HPAL. Sucks, but hopefully they don't screw us. LO, kind of lurking, but still listening in. Well, once I get to this next talent, hopefully that'll excite you for Mistweaver. So Way of the Crane is just Awakened Jade Fire. Way of the Serpent, though, okay? Soothing Mist and Crackling Jade Lightning can be channeled while moving. You are slowed, but you're moving while channeling Soothing Mist. We've been asking for this for who knows how long? Okay? So you're going to be like weaving the mist and the crackling jade lightning and the this and that. Also, if you take Shaylin's Gift, its healing is increased and Renewing Mist healing is increased. So Renewing Mist is getting a buff, which will then also buff Rushing Wind Kick, which is still 200%. So basically, Rushing Wind Kick is getting more healing because if you take this, which you likely will, it's getting buffed. So this is really cool. Soothing Mist moving is huge. Yeah, like Keaton's saying, this is huge. I just checked Holy Priest talents, Blizz increased Flash Heal, and Prayer of Healing cost by 10%, making talents that reduce. Oh, dang, that sucks. But this is awesome. Now, in a raid environment, you're not really Soothing Misting too much unless you take Peer into Peace, but spoiler alert, so far it's looking like they removed Peer into Peace, so that's big sad. That's a big thumbs down. But Way of the Serpent looks really cool. The reason where I think this is going to see the most play is for people who want to do caster builds in Mythic Plus. I think now you can basically play Jade Empowerment, which is still in the game. Crackling Jade Lightning, then weave into a Soothing move around while you're doing it to dodge stuff. In a raid environment, if you do happen to Soothing Mist a lot, which you might now that Invigorating Mist is going to get more value, hopefully, because it's not square root scaled, hopefully, there might be ways that we ramp if Invigorating Mist cleaves a lot like it used to and isn't square root scaled, then our ramp might go back to where we would do our Enveloping Mist ramp and then stick to one target and just slam Vivifies because that cleave healing is going to be more. So if that's the case, that could get some play too. Outside of that, we're just going to gain benefits with the renewing Mist healing too. However, also, we might even just drop Vivify in our raid build and just play Shaylin's Gift. Also, I'm wondering if... Oh, so Invigorating Mist only works, it'll only cleave heals if you don't take Shaylin's Gift with Vivify. If you do take Shaylin's Gift, I'm pretty sure Shaylin's Gift will not cleave on Renewing Mist, but you'll just do bigger single target healing. So I don't know, that's going to be weird. It's going to be fun trying to test a Vivify-less raid build. That's going to be sick. Going to be sick. Silence969 with the Prime Sub. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate all those Bezos bucks. They add up. They help out a lot. I appreciate you. And okay, let's see. So Way of the Serpent is going to be so fun to play in Mythic Plus. It might see some play in Raid, I'm guessing, but strictly for almost just the healing bonuses to Renewing Mist, maybe, unless you weave in some Soothing Mist. But okay, that's really cool. I think that's a huge, awesome talent. Very excited for that one. Energizing Brew is the same, but notice it doesn't mention anything about giving mana reductions. So where's the mana reduction for Manatee? Who knows? Okay, Zen Pulse. This talent's weird. This talent says, what the heck is that? It says Golden Kappa Train incoming. Limited time to earn an exclusive Golden Kappa emote for 24 hours. Interesting. Oh, because Thunder Wings did a Prime Sub too. Dude, the GOAT. Y'all with the support is unreal. Thank you so much, Thunder Wings. Appreciate you guys so much. Choosing me as your Prime Sub's insane. So I appreciate it. Y'all have no idea how much that means. Okay, but Zen Pulse. Renewing Mist Heal over time has a chance to give you Zen Pulse, but it makes your Shayloon's Gift also trigger Zen Pulse. So this is where Shayloon's will cleave with Zen Pulse. The problem is like I said earlier, I think they imported these talents with a bunch of talents selected. I think Zen Pulse also will work for Vivify like how it does currently. If you don't talent into Shayloon's Gift, I would just have to guess. But I'm pretty sure when they imported these talents, they had Shayloon's talented, so a lot of talents will not mention Vivify when they probably should. This is solid content. Looking forward to checking your stuff out. I appreciate you, Thunderwings. That's so kind. Very, very kind. So yeah, Zen Pulse reads like it's just going to work with Shayloons, but I'm pretty sure it will also work with Vivify if you don't take Shayloons. But very cool. It's going to be fun to Shayloons and see it cleave on all your Renewing Mist. It's going to be pretty sick. Mist of Life is the same. Overflowing Mist is the same, still just a PvP talent. Now so Yu'lon and Chi-Ji actually saw some changes, okay? Get ready for this. This is going to be exciting. So Yu'lon literally reads like the same exact Yu'lon, right? We know Yu'lon, it reads the same. Chi-Ji, though, the kicks is still going to be the same. You're going to be kicking up mastery procs, but what is different is this bottom line of text. Chi-Ji's presence makes you immune to movement impairing effects, which, by the way, there's a typo there. That's in the game already. You're already immune to movement impairing effects, but what's not in the game, it makes Enveloping Mists instant cast and reduces the cost of mana Enveloping Mist by 20%. So, in a way, this is a buff. In a way, this is a nerf. Because Chi-Ji, how it used to work is every time you kick, you would get a stack of Chi-Ji, which would take a third off the cast time and mana cost of Enveloping Mist. So you'd have to kick 3 times to get an instant and free Enveloping Mist and repeat that process. Now you could literally summon Chi-Ji and just spam Enveloping Mist, instant cast, spam it if you wanted to. However, it's going to cost more mana to do that. So it's going to cost, you're going to still have to pay 80% of the cost of mana Enveloping Mist, whereas before you could get it down to free. No Vivify sounds odd, I know. It's like, it breaks my brain to think about Mistweaver with no Vivify. So I'm excited to see this in action because like now, you could take 1 minute Chi-Ji in Mythic Plus and use that as a way to quickly blink at the party and Enveloping Mist, but then that's kind of like Peer into Peace. You know, it's kind of like you're playing Peer into Peace. I don't know. I don't know how I like this already. It's gonna make your mana harder in Raid too, so not sure. Not sure, but hey, if y'all want to get apparently there's a special time emote. The Golden Kappa train's going on right now, so if you gift, I think it's saying you can have a chance to earn. I don't know how that works, but if anyone cares about that. Okay, so yeah, Yulon, not seeing much change, it doesn't seem like, but Chi-Ji kind of getting a little sexy change to it. Deep Clarity's the same, but notice how this one just says Vivify. I'm pretty sure also this would also work with Shaylun's Gift, I'm guessing, I would think. Rapid Diffusion the same, but Rapid Diffusion's not a 2.0. They're just giving it to us. Hell yeah. Okay, that's awesome. We're getting a point here. Love to see that. Oh, I missed something. I guess no more Vivify. Vivify's there, but if you talent to Shaylun's Gift, it replaces Vivify. So all these talents are going to have very unique interactions if you don't have Vivify. But it looks like Rapid Diffusion's a 1 node now, which is good. We're going to have more to work with down here, but maybe we'll just have to spin more nonsense up here. Okay. Chrysalis, Burst of Life are the exact same. Yulon's Whisper, you drink your mana tea, you exhale, heal. Mistrap's the same, but once again, I'm kind of confused on the numbers here. Does Mistrap go from 7 to 8 seconds and then from 20 to 30, or does it go I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but somehow they changed the number of enveloping mist because enveloping mist has never said 20%, so very weird. And then refreshing jade wind's the same. While we do thunder focus, we summon it. Celestial harmony is this the one that's changed. While activated, Yulon and Chi-Ji apply chi cocoons. That's the same. Chi-Ji now, this one's awesome. Okay, so you know how when you pop Chi-Ji before, you would have to, in order to get your most effective Chi-Ji, you would have to Tiger Palm, and then Chi-Ji, so that the first thing you can do once Chi-Ji's out is do a big blackout kick. Well, now you don't have to. This is really, really, really awesome, okay? So now Chi-Ji, the moment you press it, will grant you 4 stacks of teachings of the monastery automatically. So you no longer have to Tiger Palm before you Chi-Ji. You just press Chi-Ji, then you can immediately blackout kick. Guaranteed it's going to hit the max amount of time. So that's amazing. That's an amazing change. On top of that, also, if you take Yulon, you're going to get 2 instant cast enveloping mist. Now, this is cool. It's going to make you a lot more fluid. But I kind of wish that we just had Peer into Piece again. You know, that would be more fun. Also, I don't know how this is going to stack with Thunder Focus Tea, because right now, at least, we do want a Thunder Focus Tea or Enveloping Mists, kind of. So I don't know how that's going to work. Like, will we get 3 Enveloping Mists, or will one of these charges just go to waste if we Thunder Focus T2? So I don't know how that's going to work, but that one's a little less exciting than the Chi-Ji. That's honestly just a big quality of life change. But what this does give us is it lets us press Yulon while we're on the move, and then we get to Enveloping Mist, Rushing Wind Kick, and do an instant Vivify, 4 globals after casting Yulon, all while on the move if we need to. So that is a big quality of life, I'll say. Dancing Mist is the same. Lotus Infusion is getting a nerf. So Lotus Infusion, your allies with Renew... What am I saying? Allies with Renewing Mist receive 6% more healing. That used to be 10%. Now, I do think this nerf is to compensate for the buff that one of these talents is putting on. Where is it? This talent is putting on the Renew Mist buff by 30% from Way of the Serpent. So I do think that is to kind of compensate for that. So honestly, it's fine if they nerf that down. It's fine. We basically take this talent for the extended by 2 seconds anyways. So that's that line. I'll come back to these 3. But Battle Meditation's new. You basically can choose between a 3% Verse and Mastery buff or a Haste and Crit buff. Let me ask you guys, which one are you taking? Because something's telling me one of these is a little stronger than the other one. So Flowing Spirit is kind of just better in both forms of content, at least in modern day WoW. Unless they do something with our Mastery, I feel like you just wouldn't take that, right? When do we get the Monk cosplay video with you dancing? Oh, God. Oh, maybe one day. I've been looking into some outfits for a stream, for a fun stream, for sure. But I appreciate the Prime sub, Ceiling Panda. You're amazing. I appreciate all the support. Maybe one day. I don't know if I'll dance, though, on stream. I'll probably sing on stream one day, though. Okay, but this one, they did change this. So Pool of Mist works the exact same way as it does Rushing Wind Kick and Rising Sun Kick shave time. Renewing Mist has 3 charges. However, they used to have Peer into Piece here, and now they don't. So they removed Peer into Piece, it looks like, which is big sad. Big sad. But I think it's because of the changes coming in these 3 talents, which we'll get to. But I really hope they go back through and add in Peer into Piece. Now, Jade Bond is, I'm pretty sure, the same. Applies Enveloping Mist. Gust Mist Healing is increased by 20%, and Yulon's blah, blah, blah. But notice, doesn't Chi Cocoon get double the effectiveness if you take Jade Bond, I'm pretty sure? Doesn't say that, right? I guess we could check that. Jade Bond. They expire or consume. Oh, I guess it doesn't say it, but whatever. Maybe that it just changes how Yulon is worded. Gift of the Celestials is the same. Reduces it to a 1 minute, 12-second cooldown. Jade Empowerment. So this is very exciting. Notice, I want you guys to notice, Jade Empowerment used to be on a talent node with Dance of Chi-Ji, so you could never take Dance of Chi-Ji and Jade Empowerment together, which was kind of a big frowny face for Mythic Plus. Like, ideally, you could take both those talents together. That'd be sick, right? But notice, oh man, where did Dance of Chi-Ji go? We'll never know. We'll know soon. So Dance of Chi-Ji now shares a node with Mending Proliferation, which is fantastic because there is no form of content ever where you would want both of these talents together. It just would it'll never exist. So this is amazing that they paired these two together, and they also took Mending Proliferation off the bottom row, which is very good. So huge. Neither of these are changed, right? So it's good that they're paired together now. Focus Thunder's the same. Shaylun's Gift, like I said, it replaces Vivify. It works the exact same way though. And see, notice that they have whoever imported these had Veil of Pride talented. So it's still 4 second. It's 8 seconds to generate a cloud, but 4 seconds if you take Veil of Pride. But yeah, Shaylun's Gift replaces Vivify. Super interesting. But notice also it says up to 4 nearby allies. I'm pretty sure that they do have Legacy of Wisdom talented. It probably is still just the target and 2 nearby allies baseline. But that's what I'm saying. I wish they imported these without anything selected. Shaylun's Gift replaces Vivify. That's going to be so weird. I mean, maybe in Mythic Plus you take that. Maybe Raid you take it. Who knows? We're going to have to test it a lot. Jadefire Teachings. Now, this is the weird one. So Jadefire Teachings, I'm pretty sure someone said that they've seen someone test it and it's passive. So you just always have bonus healing from your damage, which is fantastic. Of course, Ceiling Fan. I appreciate you stopping in. But the weird thing here is that I think whoever imported these like just forgot to delete the 4 15 seconds, because that kind of indicates that you're going to press a button that's going to give you this buff for 15 seconds. I don't think that's the case. I think if you talent into Jadefire Teachings, your damage just heals for more. I'm pretty sure your damage just heals for more. So that is a big change. They basically, you probably noticed that they removed Jadefire Stomp. Completely removed it. You just have its effects baseline if you talent into those effects. I'm pretty sure, unless maybe Jadefire Teachings is a button that you press, that's maybe like a 15-second cooldown that gives you the buff, but I doubt that's the case. I think they just accidentally forgot to remove 15 seconds. It should just be permanent, I'm pretty sure. Rushing Wind Kick's the same. However, like I said earlier, if you take Rushing Wind Kick and it's boosting your renewing miss for 200%, that technically is getting buffed because it's going to be multiplicative with the 30% buff from Way of the Serpent. So that's pretty cool. Splendid Mist the same. No one's going to take that. Secret Infusion, notice here, they also removed Expel Harm and Vivify, giving you whatever buffs they gave you. I think Verse and, I don't even know, Mastery with Vivify, I think. So Secret Infusion's the same, 8 to 15%. Misty Peaks is the same. However, they either nerfed Misty Peaks or the talent they imported only had one node selected, because Misty Peaks right now, if you take 1 point, it gives you a 4% chance, but if you take 2 points into it, it gives 8% chance. So why does Secret Infusion show 15, the 2 point number, but this shows the current 1 point number? So they either nerfed it, or like I said, they imported a build that had 1 point here and 2 points here, which I hate that they did that if that's the case. So Misty Peaks is showing some weird numbers too, just like every other thing in this tree. Peaceful Mending's the same, kind of like a PvP talent. Veil of Pride is the same. It's going to reduce how or make your Shayluns build up quicker, but Mist Dispersion is new. Notice it replaces Xiao's Lesson. Xiao's Lesson is fantastic. You can cycle through a bunch of buffs. They're really powerful. Mist Dispersion is not that, I don't think. So you no longer will have Xiao's Lesson, but you can say, allies healed by your Shaylun's Gift receive 1% additional healing from all sources for 15 seconds per Cloud of Mist consumed, which is fantastic in Mythic Plus, where you're going to hit your whole party with Shaylun's Gift. You're going to hit all 5 members. So then if you consume 10 stacks, everyone just receives 10% more healing, which is pretty cool. However, I don't think that's 10% more healing is not better than Veil of Pride. Double the amount of Shaylun's Gift, that is not the same. I don't like Mist Dispersion because in a raid environment, you're only healing 5 people. I hope it works with Zen Pulse, maybe. I doubt it. But you're only healing 5 people with your Shaylun's Gift if you take 5-man Shaylun's Gift. and then you're only getting up to 10% bonus healing on that. I don't like that. I think this talent's very weak. Hopefully it sees some love, but it reads very poorly. Getting down to the capstone talents before we move on to these three is Tea of Serenity, still the same. Tea of Plenty, still the same. Maybe Tea of Plenty starts seeing some play in raid builds, possibly. Especially now that Vivify is off Thunder Focus Tea, I think you could start to see some of these other teas start to see play. Dance of Chi is now no longer sharing a node with Jade Empowerment. So you can take a build in Mythic Plus or in Raid if there's an AoE fight. You can literally play Jade Empowerment with Dance of Chi. Our AoE damage is finally gonna be on par with some of the other healers. So, I mean, we can get excited. Look, I could get excited all day long, but it's like, really, are we still gonna be doing less damage than like Resto Shaman, Prez Evoker? Yeah, so Dance of Chi and Jade Empowerment, I am super stoked about that. Unison, still the same. Soothing Mist is going to heal a member for 25% of its health if you're Soothing Misting someone. Okay. Maybe, like I said, we might swap to another build where we kind of capitalize with Soothing Mist, Slam Healing with Vivify, with Invigorating Mist if they remove the square root scaling. And then also, Tear of Morning and Rising Mist are still sharing a node, which is kind of sad. We long for the day where these both remove the node that they share. And then once again, Emperor's Favor still exists, the single target and the 5-man Legacy of Wisdom. Still the same. Now, these talents are new. I don't really know how these talents work. I don't know how you get them. Maybe you just have to like log in by Midnight Expansion. I don't know. But these new 3 talent points are Spirit Font, and they're all named Spirit Font, but I think that's just like a work in progress thing. So Spirit Font is a buff. Whenever you Rising Sunkick or Vivify, you have a chance to activate Spirit Font. This is going to cause your next Enveloping Mist to channel Soothing Mist from you onto up to 5 allies at 50% effectiveness for 8 seconds. Now, this is so awesome. Okay, I've been asking for an AoE Soothing Mist like cooldown for so long. The fact that it's a proc and not a cooldown is fine with me. However, you also let's see. Also if it heals if one of those is going to go to a full health person, it'll just jump to another person. Or if you're in Mythic Plus, it'll just all funnel more healing into the less people that need healing. Let's see, can y'all see these? Rising Sunkick's damage is increased by 10%, and Enveloping Mist healing is increased by 10%. These bonuses are increased by 50%, so I think they go up to 15%, while Spirit Font is active. So your Rising Sunkick damage... Now this is curious, because... Oh, so I think maybe you just have to tap your Soothing Mist, and then those 5 allies are going to, like, you just have to tap it and you can get back to your rotation, and that Soothing Mist will sit on those allies for the whole duration maybe, and then during that duration you can Rising Sunkick and do more damage, and Enveloping Mist and do more healing. That's interesting. But this one's pretty cool. So this one kind of works like our tier set right now with Master of Harmony. So whenever we Thunder Focus Tea, we're going to guarantee that we gain Spirit Font, and then also it's going to apply Chi Cocoons on the 5 people targeted. So that's really cool for Mythic Plus, just applying a 5-man Chi Cocoon at 50% effectiveness. Love that, and being able to guarantee every 30 seconds that we gain this. Now, my worry here is that this seems a lot stronger with Conduit, with the ability to shave time off your Thunder Focus Tea than it does with Master of Harmony, but still, this is fantastic. This is going to be so much fun to play with. I hope that all 5 of these Soothing Mists also benefit from Unison. I don't think they will. I hope that... I don't know. This is just so much fun. It's going to be so much fun to play with. So those are the changes to Mistweaver, guys. I guess I'm going to do my YouTube outro, even though I'm streaming, so it's going to be a little cringe. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure and like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, hit the like button. That'll really trick me. I promise. I'll be fooled. You'll get me good. But yeah. I'll just re-record an outro. I have to remember to. I'm making the outro extra like bad so that I can remember to re-record it. But that's the Mistweaver stuff. So yeah, all in all, got some pretty head-scratching changes with things like diffuse magic. I know they're trying to simplify things, but it's kind of sad. Also, I hate the numbers. I wish that they would have just like not clicked talents so that we could read all the baseline numbers. Replacing Expel Harm seeming kind of mandatory is kind of weird. The way they're doing the 3 new spec talents is cool. Yeah, I like them a lot. I like the new spec talents. Can't figure out how that would work. No on-demand healing with Vivify feel bad. Yeah, but with all the ways that you can amplify your Shaylun's Gift healing, like Shaylun's Gift primary target healing is upped by 75%. That with Emperor's Favor, with whatever other talents, I think there's a few more that buff your Shaylun's healing. You could basically Shaylun's at like 1 or 2 stacks, and it probably will do some healing, you know? Because there's so many things modifying that number to your target. So you could replace Shayloon's Vivify with Shayloon's and just take Emperor's Favor and have all these other things scaling up Shayloon's healing wherever they are, and it might actually do some big healing. You know, I wonder how that Soothing Mist functions. Does it make instant Vivify instant for 8 seconds? How that Soothing Mist functions does it make? I don't think. I mean, if you stick in your Soothing Mist channel, yeah, but I think you're still going to be bound to your one Soothing Mist. Those are just going to tentacle off of you, you know. Do y'all want me to go through the other? I feel like I just took so long to go through all the Mistweaver changes. Don't know if I want to go through all the healers. Are there some like big key points that you guys know? Like I know one of you mentioned Resto's losing Cloudburst Totem. They're keeping Whispering Waves though. Yikes. I feel like no one's happy about Whispering Waves. Ooh, it does look like they moved Ancestral Awakening, which is nice. It used to be like over here. Looks like they got a lot of movement. Preeminence. Your haste is increased by 25. Oh, that's already a thing. Are there any like super notable things though? I'll keep this up, but let's get back into the keys, guys. I've been AFK for 43 minutes. Yikes, that video might not be short. I doubt that it's the case. I doubt that it'll make Vivify instant for that long. It does suck that we bricked the 13 though. That would have been a huge key. Is there a way I can clip what I just did so I can go ahead and be posting that? Let's see. Dude, Mad Skills is streaming. I wonder, has he reacted to the changes to all the healers yet? Because I could knock on his stream and see if he wants to collab and react to them together. But I guess while we wait, let me see if I can clip and just export me talking about the Mistweaver stuff. I guess you can only clip big clips. Think Dev Notes said Ascendance is a choice node with Healing Tide. Oof. Oof. That's weird. So it's just AoE Soothing Mist while you're channeling it? I don't think so. I think you can... It reads like you can tap... Because why would it say... Why would it only have those 5 branching Soothing Mists active, but then the other talent says that your Rising Sun Kick's damage is increased while you have that? So I think you just tap Soothing Mist, then those 5 will go out, and your 1 will go as long as you channel it. And then if you break your channel, those 5 will still be going, but yours will break. I think is what it is. So like your 1 Soothing Mist is tied to you channeling it, but the other 5 that come from that talent are based on just when you tap your Soothing Mist. Sounded like they're doing that with a lot of healers, reducing the number of cooldowns. I think so. I think they've been trying to... That's been like an ongoing effort, but... You know, they took away Ancestral Guidance from Shamans this last tier, or this last season, and now they're basically taking away the ability to have both their big cooldowns. That's scary, man. It's a lot of throughput gone. But it does sound like they're adding some effectiveness to healing Stream Totem, so that's going to be closer to a cooldown, though, which is fine. Mugron. Get in here, Mugron. But very interesting stuff. Also, one thing that I found was funny is that, like, you can tell that favoritism exists in WoW when you know, all of us monks just get this like little question mark icon. We get all this like under construction stuff, and We get like these things that are under construction. This wasn't even loaded in earlier today. Meanwhile, mages can see every single one of their talents with all of their stuff. Like, I don't know, I thought it was funny. Warriors have their icons already. Like, I don't know, man. Less spiky would be nice, true. Do you think it's too soon to complain about the changes? I don't think so. I mean, I think it's okay to voice opinions. Like I'm concerned about the diffuse magic change. I kind of don't like that they removed peer to piece. However, I'm sure they're worried how it would interact with some of the new soothing mist stuff. But like, I liked peer to piece. I liked diffuse magic as it was. I think it's okay to voice concern. Where I think I would not go is I would never do this, but especially not this early. I would not like say like the devs messed up, blah blah blah. Like, I definitely think there's more stuff to be excited about than to be upset about personally. Um, but yeah, this is the time to complain. But once again, I don't think it's wrong to complain. I do think there is a wrong way to complain though. So that's kind of my take. I also forgot we were in queue. Let's get a DH in here. Why not? But yeah, I think there's definitely a wrong way to complain, but never a wrong time to complain. I think the goal is they want damage to be less spiky. There was a blog post about it today. Okay, that's hopefully the case. Because healing is very stressful. I would be fine if we went back to everyone has like 2 cooldowns. Like we used to literally just have Chi and Revival, and that was it. No Shayloons, no nothing, you know? Which I guess technically they're kind of removing Shayloons because you're probably not going to want to talent into it in some content. Whereas right now it's kind of free to talent into. They're also pruning defensives of all classes. Okay, so that's why diffuse magic's gone. Well, quote, gone. According to Mr. Dragon. I mean, I can kind of see that from the Mistweaver stuff. Which is good. They definitely need to because you shouldn't need a defensive like twice every pool in high keys and like a cooldown per pool. Like it's okay to have like a do what tanks do where they have like an on pool then an off pool, you know what I mean? So I can scratch my nose without anyone dying. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you. Oh my goodness, but yeah, no, you take your mouse off or your hand off the mouse for a second and literally the whole party's dead. So true. Like there's been times where I'll like go to push up my glasses and literally in that few seconds like someone dies. I'm like, oh, okay, come on. Really? I think the intention is also just a light button prune for all specs, which is definitely needed. I think WoW is becoming more of a I feel like there's more of an incentive for people to cheat at the top end because it's like it's becoming almost unperfectible by humans, which is fine, but it also creates an environment where people are like probably more likely to cheat to succeed or to have to cheat to succeed, Which is why I think what's good about kind of keeping that under control is that it's basically televised the race world first. But imagine if the race wasn't televised. I mean, just think, literally one of the guilds that isn't televising their race push did cheat. Like with Hopeful. He's taking damage somewhere. Where is this guy? Is he doing like a world quest?
I need to target something first.
But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. I totally got sidetracked. There we go. All right, let's absolutely blast this 12. Get our key back up to 13. And just get cranking.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm super excited for the changes, TBH. I love a good mix-up. Oh, me too. I'm really excited. Honestly, I'm really excited for Serpent Stance. Because now I'll be able to play Caster and Keys and feel like I'm not trolling.
2, 1.
which, I mean, yeah, it'll just feel good because like you can weave damage better. I'm also really excited for the baseline build and being able to go Dance of Chi-Ji plus Jade Empowerment. For me, I think that's something that I need to show my excitement better for because I am very excited for that. Being able to have giant spin to wins is basically a cooldown. Like, I kid you not, if you have not played with Dance of Chi-Ji, because I know a lot of people recommend you don't ever try it, which is, you should never not try something because you're told not to. But Dance of Chi-Ji literally is a cooldown. Like, I'll do dungeons where I take Dance of Chi-Ji into Priory, and I don't have to pop a cooldown on the Paladin pools, for example, or the first pool even of the whole dungeon, because Dance of Chi-Ji is that. Like, it's insane. So yeah, you're losing some cooldowns with like the Shaylun stuff and whatnot. But you can play Jade Empowerment plus Dance of Chi-Ji. It's going to be sick. They killed the Oracle Tree, completely removed Premonition. Good. Good. Get it out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Is it that strong? I've never used... It is that strong. Okay, yes, it is that strong. However, it literally does nothing in single target scenarios, and it's an RNG proc. So if you have it proc at like a moderate rate, it's extremely powerful. You feel unkillable, but like there's been times where like I'll be sitting there relying on it to proc at least once in a pool, and it just doesn't proc. So like there is that slight RNG element. I'm gonna stop those. So like that's why I wouldn't recommend anyone take it into a serious key that they try to push, because like yeah, it might be the all-star talent that you take into the dungeon, right? Or it might literally not do anything when you need it to. Whereas Jade Empowerment is very predictable. You can predict when you use it, which predictability is very like underrated. It's a very underrated like stat when you look at like healing and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely extremely powerful. Like it legit, like you'll press spinning crank kick, and if you have that proc, you just see health bars like skyrocket up like super quickly. It's almost like you cast like revival. It's that quick sometimes if you have a big enough pool. So yeah, having access to that and Jade Empowerment. Now I wish that since Jade Empowerment is going to be slightly arguably less, or it's going to be more redundant now that you can have Dance of Chi-Ji with it, I do hope that they eventually buff Jade Empowerment back to kind of what it used to do, where it's stronger on single targets, like where more of its damage is single target loaded, like it used to be. Because now Jade Empowerment is, like, if you have a Dance of this Chi-Ji proc and you have a Jade Empowerment ready to go, you're probably going to want to consume that Dance proc anyways. So, like, Jade Empowerment is kind of gaining more redundancy, arguably. So I do hope that they give it more of an identity in that sense, where they give it more of its single target healing back. Single damage target healing back that it used to have. But that was fun. I never really do live reactions with you guys, so I appreciate you. Both on damage done. I appreciate you for that. Let me turn this one to healing done. Thank you so much, Laser Cookie. What a great name. Okay, let's not butt pull this. Sweet. But live reactions are really fun. I'm glad that you guys wanted me to do that, because that was a good time. It would also be fun to react to all the other healers' changes, but there are 6 other healing specs. Ain't nobody got time for that. Trying not to wings here. I could never not take Jade Empowerment just for the Sith Weaver vibes. Oh, 100%. So now you don't have to make that decision. Now you get literally the best of both worlds. This is what Hannah Montana. Why did I say it like that? This is what Hannah Montana sang about all those years ago. You get the best of both worlds. So yeah, I'm super excited for Midnight now. Eventually I'll go back through and read all the other healer changes, but hopefully all the other healer changes are really cool too, because I definitely think healers in general just need more love. I'll wait till a couple people take some hits from that, and I'll pop wings. Oh my goodness. That's a my bad. He overshot it, but on my screen it looked like he didn't. Or from the angle I had. I don't think there's one. I don't see one, right? Yeah, making Jadefire Teachings baseline, or not baseline, but a permanent passive, if that's how it's worded. How it's worded on the site that I have, or the Wowhead, is very confusing, but I'm pretty sure it's just a perma buff that you have. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I can't really get anywhere except for to that one. But yeah, very, very much exciting for it. What's up, Eacade? You missed it. We just did a live reaction to the Mistweaver changes coming in midnight. But I will be posting it on YouTube, Eacade, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, some very exciting stuff, but it's very good to see you, Eacade. Hopefully you're doing well today. The heck was that, Demon Hunter? We need way more damage on Bront. I say as I throw a judgment to other boss. Okay, good luck, tank. I feel like Prot Warriors are good at handling Bront. Nice. Make sure both things are clicked. Very nice. Oh, I gotta watch that. I like to stay a Mistweaver for midnight. We have some pretty spicy things coming. I'm not gonna lie. We have some very spicy things coming. Oh, I just missed it. Couple of words. What do you think about the changes? I'll eventually rewatch the VOD. You won't have to rewatch the VOD. I'll edit it down and post it on YouTube right after we stream. So I'll have it posted like this afternoon for sure. But a couple changes are very interested to see how we play, if we will play a Vivifyless build in Raid. That would be very interesting because Vivify is replaced by Shaylun's Gift. Expel Harm being replaced by a talent node that literally could do nothing is kind of weird. The Chi-Ji changes, making it a little less mana efficient but a little more bursty, is going to be really cool. Oh, am I in that? Hopefully not. Nice. What else are the big ones? Oh, the new, like, Soothing Mist, like, kind of mini cooldown thing is going to be super sick. I don't like that they added in basically our current day Conduit tier set as the new talent nodes on the Conduit talent tree. That's a little lame. Because I hate that. I hate this tier set for Conduit. Just giving us haste and other stuff. Oh, my hands can't handle it. I have an appointment scheduled for a hand specialist. Because my hands are deteriorating at only a rate that a Mistweaver would understand. Anytime I don't have to cast Vivify, I'm happy, honestly. I mean, yeah, but it's just going to be weird. It's like, I mean, yeah, you won't have to cast Vivify, but Shaylun's going to take that place. Oh. That is very troll. I couldn't really thread that needle. And I can't mount because I'm in combat, apparently. But yeah, that's going to be super interesting. I wish they'd add a harmonic surge to our talent tree. I know that's the one tier set now that I hope they do add. Like I kind of upset they added the conduit one, but I hope they do add that one. That would just be amazing. It's okay, we recovered. We're fine. You think they'll do exactly that? I mean, they did it with Conduit. I don't see... And the Conduit tier set is not popular. Like, I don't know. I'm sure there are people that like it. I'm sure there's some pretty prominent figures in the monk community that do like it, but everyone that I've talked to does not like this. I don't like having a 10% haste buff. I'd rather just be stronger in different ways. Like, make my shit do more healing, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel there's so many different ways they could buff us. But the Master of Harmony tier set I do really like. And most people that I talk to enjoy it too. I'm actually not going to wings this one. I'm going to use like basically everything but wings here. So that way I can wings the second one, and then I'll have wings for this upstairs pool after the boss. Yeah, all in all, super, super excited to play it. Let's see. Oh no, I don't have my kick. Play exclusively Chi-Ji Master of Harmony, yeah, same. Even in Raid, I did Master of Harmony Chi-Ji last night in Raid, and I even beat some of my Yulon parses. But that's just because my hands literally cannot keep up with the Yulon build. I'll literally, like, kind of stop trying for a bit because my hands will stiffen up. So I'm like, yeah, I have to swap to Chi-Ji. I can't play Yulon all tier. But I'm happier that way. Y'all know I love me some Chi-Ji raid gaming. So I'm going to wings this one. I know Ortimus plays Conduit in a few dungeons. Yeah, Conduit has benefits in certain dungeons for sure, especially in high-end keys. Like, you can literally show up to a plus 12 with any talent build. Like, you could slap together the worst talent build and time a plus 12. But when it gets to the plus 20s, like, sometimes you need that more defensive option in Conduit. And you need more healing on the move and stuff. Like, there are definitely some times where Conduit has some perks. And yeah, someone like Ortimus that plays in those organized groups where you can schedule things like Conduit better and stuff and get more value out of it, it's definitely better in some dungeons. But for 99.9999999% of players, it's kind of just play whichever one is better for your content. Dude, what is this DH on, man? Okay, someone's targeting the boss, and now I feel like I should have been targeting the boss this whole time. Because if it didn't die and it started that shield, that'd be tragic. Wings in looks so satisfying. Wings in. I don't know what Wings in is. So far, I've stayed Master of Harmony all the way. I'm getting to that point. Like, I'm literally full swapping in Raid. So in my Raid last night, I played Master of Harmony, I think, for all but one boss. And we re-cleared all. I still hate some of the bosses, so I still don't have, like, good parses on some of the bosses, but for a lot of the bosses, I even upped my parse last night, which kind of surprised me. Yeah, now, since I wings the second jump start on that boss, I now have wings for upstairs, which is going to be really nice. I also have free wings here, so I'm going to go in Judgment. Get these free wings rolling. I have so much fun with Yulon in Raid, progging a Raz with a brand new guild at the moment. Oh yeah, I mean, I do enjoy the Raid build 100%, but it's the amount of haste that you have. It's how quick you have to respond to those like renewing this rushing wind kick cycles after you conduit. Like it honestly, oh no, it just became like very taxing on my hands, and I was like, I'm okay to have, you know, a lesser possible parse if it means that I'm just healthier. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of, and I'm happier. I honestly I enjoy Master of Harmony so much that I'm happier playing it. Here I don't have too many cooldowns, so I'm gonna Aura Mastery, Beacon, Holy Shock, and hopefully get some Infusion of Light procs. I did not. Might have to lay on hands here if things get spooky. Coming up on my free wings proc, I'm gonna save it for downstairs if I can. And then, oh dang, I just used a spender. So I'm gonna save it for downstairs so that hopefully I have free wings for. Ow! Just fell all the way. So next judgment will trigger wings. Let's go and pop it. Is Beacon plus lay on hands a thing? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure, yeah, right? It should be. I mean, I can try it. But for me, you don't really need to do that. Like, Beacon plus Word of Glory or Eternal Flame is, like, oftentimes enough. Uh-oh. Should be a thing, right? It's something that I've just never tested, to be honest. I guess Swamp Face would be the time to test it, so I could test that here. I'm a 20-year experienced musician, so my hands can handle it. I mean, I'm a 28-year experienced hardcore video gamer, so I mean, my hands are definitely through the ringer, but I think without any time to rest, it's kind of the same. Oh, God. I think part of strengthening your hands is giving them a recovery period, so. I was talking about this the other day. I might do a season where I kind of take off. But, you know, since I make videos and this is, like, the livelihood, I would have to make videos somehow. So I think I would do, like, a season where, like, I coach and stuff, maybe. Just where I coach on stream and, like, say, okay, who wants me to review a VOD today or something. But I don't know if a lot of people would want to watch that. So I don't think I'd actually feasibly be able to do that. But, like, if I ever had to get, like, a hand surgery, which I'm seeing a specialist soon. Maybe not for a whole season, but for part of a season. Okay, I can try it here. I'm going to lay on hand. Well, I guess I don't need to try it here. Okay, I will try it here. I promise I'll try it here. Let's beacon and then lay on hands. It doesn't cleave heal. That's crazy. They thought of it. They were like, no, we can't allow that. Okay, we have our wings rolling. I waited as long as I can because I think our wings are going to persist through the next mechanic here. So it should be able to cover two things. Go on Aura Mastery so that I can save Divine Toll for the next one, maybe. We definitely do want to be playing with our party here as a paladin. Oh, I just accidentally cast a Holy Light, by the way. But that way we benefit from our mastery. Okay, we have free wings. Gonna prism. Got Infusion of Light, so our beacons are gonna hard carry this set. Still have Divine Toll. I might just want to send it here, but no, we got lucky with Infusion of Light as we had beacon coming off, so it's just such a powerful combo. And here we can just do it again. Go ahead and sack the Evoker. Very nice. Not even close. Best time to learn controller. I mean, true, true. Get foot pedals. You know, it's funny because during the down season, so like when a new expansion first comes out and all we're doing is like leveling in heroic dungeons and stuff, I will play with a foot pedal. So I have it's not actually a foot pedal, it's a stream deck. So you know a lot of streamers use them for I'm gonna pop wings here. A lot of streamers use them for like to toggle between their scenes and stuff, and like to play soundboards and stuff. Nope.
Your survival
Did I walk into a
wasn't
frontal?
necessary.
I'm taking this. I must have walked into a frontal there. Also, these bolts. It's these bolts. These bolts are just going off left and right. That's a ridiculous pull there. To be honest, to pull these extra electricians with the jump starter is ridiculous. But what was I saying? Okay, saying he accidentally pulled the jump starter. Oh, but I put my I literally have a thing down below that is, or I put my stream deck down below and I'll just press the spinning crank kick button over and over. So like if you go back and watch like when the War Within first dropped, I literally just was playing like this, and it's because I was just tapping my spinning crank kick button on my stream deck over and over and over and over. It's funny. Yeah, kicks would help, but we are not in a time strain. We don't need to be pulling like this. Usually you do this pull, you pull these two extra electricians in if you like if you're under a time strain. Just gonna dispel the tank. And then immediately someone gets targeted as always. Ooh, see, that was a frontal hit. Then I'll be able to dispel the tank here soon. Alright, tank. Where are we going to? Tank's probably going to the jump start. Why? My question. Why? We don't need to do this. We have 8 minutes. He's taking all these like risky pools, and it's like there's no point. I guess I wings this pool. This pool's probably going to be harder than the double jump starter, but now we just don't have wings for the double jump starter. I'm going to AoE CC. For the jump starter, I could probably immune sack. I'm not going to hit judgment, so I can save that proc for... Oh, I need to lay on hands. I don't know what I need to do. Just use like everything, dude. Pretty sure I used the wrong blessing on myself too. What do I have here? I have Judgment triggers wings, but I'm gonna have to waste it here because it was timing out. I have Aura Mastery and Beacon of Virtue. So what we need here, I'm gonna pop my defensive. We really need these Holy Shocks to trigger Infusion of Light to hard carry us. As this beacon falls off, I'm going to Aura Mastery. Okay, we can't have people getting hit. Okay, there's our infusion procs. Those will carry us. Now we have Divine Toll back. So yeah, we should be fine here. We have a skull marker on one of the mini bosses, and everyone's targeting the other one. So that's beautiful. You love to see that. I'm going to not Flash of Light until I get my beacon back to get the max value of that. And then now I should have some cooldowns coming into the boss here. Lovely. Okay, I have wings in 20. Uh-oh, what do I have? I don't actually have cooldowns coming into the boss because I just pressed Judgment. That's what I was planning on, so I was going to Judgment there, but... Dang. Efflorescence is being combined with Life Bloom, just grows under Life Bloom target? Oh, that's actually sick, though. I like that. I don't know, I guess it could be annoying, right? But it makes your raid build a little easier. You don't have to keep replacing your efflorescence. You can just put it down under a tank, and then it follows the party, you know? I like it. I think it's a weird one, but it's a quality of life thing. But that will change a spell that's been in existence since, you know, who knows how long. It's been around forever. I just electrified that puddle. That's a bad play on my part. Dang, he just raw dogged that. Okay, I'm coming up on my free wings here. Dude, this evoker's immune to mechanics. I'm gonna sack the warlock. I'm purposefully not pressing judgment, so that now I can press it. Get those free wings during this phase. Should be able to carry this whole phase. Maybe not. I'll Divine Toll just for safety. I'm not gonna press my Sacred Tolls. How many stacks of this do I have? Yeah, I'm not pressing Holy Shocks. My bad. I'm not pressing Holy Shocks so that I can save these to shock heal the 2 people that get hit. Myself and this other guy. It's like I can just do this. Get those triple hitting Holy Shocks in. So purposefully sat on those 2 charges for that mechanic. So that was kind of all I had. I'm swinging out wide so I can go to the far one, make my group's life easier. Now we have wings for this last phase. I did just beacon though. Or prism. I always get those spells mixed up. There's a beacon. Okay, our next judgment will trigger wings. I'm going to try to hold this judgment for... Oh, actually, we have 2 infusion procs. So I'm just going to judgment now. Which just wasted an infusion proc, but that's whatever. Now, Aura Mastery this. Infusion. Easy peasy. Alright, only 29 IO, but that's okay. What do we get? Give me a shield. It's a Warbound Cloth Chest. Interesting. What did everyone else get? Plate waste? Am I plate? I am plate. Do I need that? I'm just going to open trade with him, see if he trades it to me. Where is he? No, I've already maxed out my waste. We're just going to keep what we got. Whew. Okay, so we timed that. We slammed that key, to be honest. Regrowth heals everyone that already has it on them for 35%. What? What? So they're just getting stronger and invigorating this? That's a scam. What are you talking about? Dude, their ramps are going to go crazy. That's unreal. That is unreal. Wild growth 30% buff. Regrowth 70% buff. What the hell? What? I don't know, man. That sounds disgusting. Regrowth does not need buffs, man. Wild growth, you could argue, but like, regrowth is strunk with a capital K. Rest of Druid going crazy. I'm gonna have to read those Rest of Druid changes because surely there's some compensation in there. Because that's a big strong. Ooh, we got Dawnbreaker 13. I've already done a 12 Dawnbreaker, so this won't give us a lot of IO, but should be okay. All right. Another Trank buff, 40%, but not to the hot effect, so to the initial burst. That's good. But no, oh, but no, it doesn't have a hot effect anymore? That's bad. Holy Priest now has a talent that removes Sanctify, but allows your Serenity to cleave to 4 additional targets. Oh, that's insane. I like that for Mythic Plus. The question, though, Ooh, let's get these gamers in here. The question, though, is how does that work with their Archon? I guess it's a tier set, so it's going away next season. Never mind.
Interrupted.
I don't know what we want here. Yo. Oh, but it increases all hot durations by 2 seconds per tick. Interesting. So what would that be? A total of 10 seconds? Is Trank ticks 5 times, right? Let's go and port. We do have a loss. Nice. Let's go and port there. We're going to Dawnbreaker. The Dawnbreaker. But I like that. I like that elite guard. Also, renew and heal will be completely removed. What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, they're doing a lot of changes, man. It's gonna be a good time. Renew's been in since Classic. Yeah, but things come and go, right? It's gonna be weird seeing Holy Priest without Renew, though. I mean, Renew's kind of been out of their rotation for a while now, right? $13 Dawnbreaker. We'll slam this thing. Pretty sure Holy Paladin has a really good kit for this, but I think in our 12, I had to pop wings on this pool, which made this next pool very risky. But with these guys all in a party together, I'm hoping they have a lot of coordination to help with kicks here. Sometimes I like the challenging fast pace of it. Other times I don't feel like I'm dealing with it. All specs lose Renew even Disc. Yeah, that's true. So then they're going to have to rely on Power Word Shield and Flash Heal. Druid Mastery doubled? There's no shot. I feel like half this is a prank. Oh, I just hit the mic, guys. I'm so sorry. They said, sorry, our tank is fixing its transmog. That's very important. Take all the time you need. 12% instead of 6. Just don't know what that means, though. I don't know how that's going to play into things. I mean, it'd be extremely powerful if that's the case, but I don't know like what that number means. All right, let's do another ready check. We got all of our buffs. I guess all we have is warrior buff. Healing has a roll, yeah. Okay, everyone's ready. Let's get into this thing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
With its complement of cannons, it can... Wait. Who are those intruders?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
With its complement of cannons...
Dude, this guy's transmog's amazing. Okay, the tank said he was late because he was fixing his transmog. He gets a pass. His mog's very, very good. I'm just going to pop wings here. It worked on the 12. I don't actually think it's the play, though. Ooh, the hunter bubbled the Stygian seed. That's interesting. I really don't want to... I don't want to Divine Toll here, because I need that for the next platform. But I can Beacons, that's such a short cooldown. Alright, nice. I did have to commit wings. Got Divine Toll or Mastery, and I'll have Beacon in a second. probably going to lust this, which is why I'm okay with not having wings for it.
Secure the deck. We need to gain control of the ship.
Popping my defensive because I saw a bolt coming my way.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
I got bolted.
Airships approaching. Be careful out
What even shot me there? That was so much damage. It's literally a one-shot.
They empower Belador's shadow.
Dude, what killed me that quickly? That's insane. Our hunter's like AFK. Okay. He's back.
Peruvians. They've webbed the door.
That felt like an unreal amount of damage all at once.
They've got us surrounded.
Prez is getting 2 charges of Dream Breath. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's going to be insane with Flame Shaper. Unless they're doing some big overhaul, that's going to be filthy. Like, filthy. That is an insane, man. Verdant Embrace talent to make it ranged, and you can use it 3 times in 5 seconds. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Yeah, they needed it to be a thing that you don't need to fly to the person. Like, that needed to be an option. Because a while back, I don't know if any of you guys played Monk at this point or anything, but it wasn't a Mistweaver change, so I don't know if a lot of you guys will remember this, but there was a change to a Windwalker talent. It was a talent that every Windwalker loved. However, much like our Reflexes talent, the one where when you roll it snaps you to a nearby enemy, whenever you would Tiger Palm, it would snap you to a nearby enemy, but it would give you a crit buff. So they loved it because that crit buff was really nice, but they kind of didn't like it because it would kind of force you to snap into melee to get the buff, which made a lot of like boss fights riskier and stuff. So what they did was they basically made that like a choice node, and the choice was you either get the thing, the thing where it he said stop kicking. My bad, you right. I had to lay on hands myself there, that's embarrassing. You either get the thing where you snap to it and get the crit buff, or you can take a talent that's the same exact thing, except you don't snap to the enemy. So they basically changed it in that way. So, you know, I always thought, like, why not just do that for something like... Oh, gosh, my healing's not healing. Like, why not just do something like that for Verdant Embrace? So I'm glad they're doing that. Prez is looking good too. Excited. Yeah, but Prez has looked good coming into, like, 5 tiers in a row now, and still no one plays it, so... I don't know what it'll take.
Embrace the dark. Be not afraid. Let it embrace you.
Now Holy Priest has talent that increases crit heal to 220 instead of 200, so kind of like what... Isn't it Shamans that have that? Pretty sure Shamans have that talent. Okay, so we only have 1 ranged. So I'm going to bait out here just in case.
The shadows bless you.
Oh, I feel stupid now. Yeah, Beacon of Virtue makes this this so now. Okay, Collapsing Knight. I'm gonna go ahead and move over here just in case. Okay, it was the monk. I'm glad this group is like full of gamers because it's making it easier. So Beacon, Dispel, I'll Prism. All right. First half done. Oh, Lifetime Bind can no longer be echo. Okay, that's pretty rough. So that's why they're doubling Dream Breath. That makes sense. I think it gave TP longer range though. Yeah, it did. It did. So it'll snap you to the enemy, so you could basically use it from further away and it would work. So people did like it for that reason, but like I said, it did create this like awkward instance where um it could snap you into danger. Like I know in a lot of raid fights, like in Razageth, you would love it for certain points, so people would take it. Oh, this guy just bathed in the beam. But people would love it for certain mechanics, because like Razageth had this big mechanic where you needed to run against wind, basically. But then they hated it for other mechanics where it would kind of like put you in danger. I think he DC'd, maybe? Why would he take the res there? I'm kicking so we can move the boss, by the way. We have stopped baiting well with this group. I am baiting, but it looks like they've given up on the baits. Little sussed out. I'm gonna go on wings here, even though I probably shouldn't have wings. I would like to have wings for after this boss, but I just want to kill this boss, man. Pretty sure the hunter DC'd. And then he took a res at like the worst time, so I don't know. Hopefully he's back. It was either snap or longer range. Oh, okay. So it was either snap or longer range. I see what you say. I see what you say. I see what you're saying. It's either snap or longer range. I thought it was either snap or just no snap. But, okay. Blossom buff was needed. 100% is very aggressive, though. 100% is very good. We're pulling... This is not a good pull. Oh, God. Why? Why, I ask? Why are we pulling all that? I mean, as a prot where you have an AoE interrupt, I would think if he's going to pull all those casters together through all those puddles, he would have kicked, you know? Goodness gracious, man. Yeah, this is a ridiculous pull. I don't know why he went for it, but do I have lay on hands? I don't. Like, there's literally no point in pulling all that together. Just do it in two separate pools. Cenarian's word is gone. Ah, I love that talent. That's sad. Big sad. Like, just pull one of these. Ah, yes, we failed the pull before. Let's do it again. Okay. Oh my goodness, the hunter. This hunter's trolling, our tank's kind of trolling. Are we going to be able to make it? Hunters being hunters, yep. And the sad thing is that these guys are a 4-stack. So I bet they're all in a party right now just blaming me, just because I'm the odd man out, you know. Like, somehow him standing in that frontal was my fault. The tank's probably raging that I've kicked a couple casts that he's tried to spell reflect. Like, who knows, man. Why do we have this need to pull more stuff into this pool? This pool is already terrifying. Like, our tank has a stacking anti-heal buff on him. It's probably just not even worth me healing him at this point. He has 47% anti-heal. There we go. He dropped his stacks. Nice. It's Divine Toll. Because I saw Yoda do that pull, bro. You're so right. People, oh my god, all the time. You can just tell. I saw Yoda, or I saw Vegan, or what, Squish, whatever that guy's name is. I saw them do it. I can do it. This is just a 13. I saw them do it in a 17. Why can't I do it? It's crazy. I'm gonna sack this guy. Because I don't think he... Yeah, he literally popped his defensive the last second of that dot, by the way. So... Which is, you know, in case you didn't know, not the way you want to do it. Are we going to be able to time this, man? I really hope so. I also don't have a defense for this, so I'm going to Divine Toll it to give myself the triple hitting Holy Shocks. Dude, this Hunter is immune to his own defensives. Alright, 4 stack. Where are we going next? Looks like we're going over here to Lust, which I like. There's my land hands. Hopefully I'm threading this needle, but oh my goodness. The Hunter bathed in the orb. Dude, this Hunter is trolling. Hunter is absolutely trolling the key. Also, why are we not taking this guy in the center? Oh, please, kick something. Oh, this is so stressful. Tank is a 45% heal reduction on. Slow remove the Hunter. Like, I know this Hunter's their friend, but, like, surely they'd tell him how to do a single mechanic. Oh my goodness. This Hunter is stressing me out, man. I'm gonna have to heal the Hunter. He has no idea what's about it. He's literally AFK. He doesn't know how to get off his mount. Oh my gosh, he doesn't know how to get off his mount. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is literally shocking. Are we going mini boss? Where are we going, Mr. Tank? Yes, sir. We're going wings pretty early. Oh, we lusted this. That's interesting. I shouldn't have defensived until we entered in the Shadow Decay phase. Our tank keeps pulling in these guys that apply the anti-heal to these pools. It's really stressing me out because he becomes like actually hard to heal. I tried. My tank is empty from healing y'all's hunter friend. I'm so sorry. We still have time. We are very behind on percent though, so we're gonna have to do some pulls up here. Yep. Yeah, this is Kira's route, by the way. I'm pretty sure that Kira guy that y'all told me about. I saw him doing this exact thing on a clip. So yeah, he definitely like saw a pro do it and thought he could do it too. With all these pools. Oh god, it just dispelled. Sorry, I haven't looked at chat in a minute, dude. I am stressed. Does this put us at 94? Probably not. We have 8.5 minutes to do 2 bosses and a mini boss. Now look, the Hunter's topping the damage charts, so maybe that's why they bring him along. Like, he'll troll every mechanic, but he'll do some damage sometimes. That's all Hunter players do, is they just care about their damage on the meters. It's crazy. These routes are made for people who can dodge stuff, true, and kick stuff. 100%. I'm also low on mana for like the first time ever on this spec. Okay, we're at 88%. We're probably going to do some percent mid-boss, I'm guessing. So like mid-final boss. Okay, I don't remember how I'm supposed to do this boss on this spec. I have full holy power. I'm just going to sit here and AFK, basically. And I will be... I guess I'll commit a beacon for that. Here comes Shadow Decay. Okay. There goes that guy. Like, his gear's got to be broken or something. It's unreal. Dude, this Hunter is unreal. I shouldn't... Oh, boy. He shot the orb at, like, this lamp, and it one-shot me. Oh, my goodness. Dude, this Hunter was sent by Xalatath to destroy me, I think. It was ridiculous. Never trust Hunters? Yeah, true. Never trust a 4-stack, man. They're like, okay, we're in an organized group, we can do this. Oh my goodness, man. That was a yikes display of hunting. I mean, like, am I wrong? That was ridiculous. I guess Emerald Blossom's everything now? Good. This spell's so fun. I think I'm gonna specifically kick him, and then I'll disband the party. Oh, gee. GG. Yep. I'm gonna say we all have that friend. I'm typing in all caps, by the way, on accident, but that's okay. We all have that friend. We can do your 12 if you want. I'm good. I'm gonna say respectfully, I'm good. I feel like that's a very passive aggressive way to say, no, your friend was very good. Oh my god. So we can do your 12 if you want. No, 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 go away. Leave me alone. Midnight Season 1 Mythic Plus list is out? Okay, dude, today's just Wowhead Day. I should just, like, turn off the stream and make videos. Let's see. Where is this? Combat changes. Okay. Big healing changes. Moving away from rotating cooldowns. Hello, Healers of Azeroth. What's up? Who am I talking to? What's up, Jada? There are some significant changes coming to the pace and flow of healing in Midnight that we want to discuss and share our underlying philosophy and goals for these changes. In the War Within, healing is generally feeling fast-paced, and healing spells can rapidly shift your raid from several damaged or severely damaged state to nearly full health in a matter of seconds. 100% true. You like hit one button, everyone's full. You have to top everyone up 3 times in 12 seconds, or the whole raid wipes. It is stressful to react to rapidly changing health bars, and is very intimidating for newer healers to grasp what they should be doing at any moment. I literally have to check my blood pressure on cooldown because I heal. So yes, I agree. And it's very intimidating for newer healers to grasp. They'll be fine. Grasp what they should be doing at any moment. Healers have a large variety of high-powered cooldowns that they can rotate through to handle basically every major damage event they encounter. At Midnight, we have made some changes with a goal of slowing down the rate at which you can heal up a part of your raid from a severely injured state. We want healing to require less pre-planning of knowing which cooldown to use at which precise moment. We want there to be less ramp-up of complicated ability sequences to get effective throughput for your healing spells. Here's what we're changing for healers. Bummer timing to pop in, but I only have a few minutes. Wanted to let you know, LB Ninja 7, the strawberry colada is delicious. Not chalky at all. Dissolved in ice water. Sweet, but not too sweet. Very good to hear, MRT. I'll definitely have to try it out because I love strawberry and I love anything colada. Yeah, it's a job at this point. It really is. LB Ninja, Algathar. Oh, I love Algathar. Triumvirate. I don't know that one. Skyreach and Pit of Saran. I don't know any of those. Algathar, I love. Okay, here's what's changing. Talent choice nodes. Several major healing cooldowns are now mutually exclusive in talent choices. We saw that with, you guys said, Shaman. Resto Shaman choosing between Healing Tide and Ascendance. Dispriest choosing between Ultimate Penitence and Power Word Barrier. Very cool. I do like this. I think it's a very good long-term change. It's going to take some adjusting, though. I was very hesitant with the Ancestral Guidance change, but I think it's good for the long term after having seen it. Short cooldowns. Iconic buttons like Prayer of Mending, Wild Growth, Healing Stream Totem still exist and should be potent abilities on their own. Several modifiers to these types of abilities have been adjusted, baked in, or removed. Interesting, I like that. Baked in is the good thing. Very good. So they're basically simplifying what you need to do to maximize these buttons. Consistency. Core healing spells like Chain Heal or Flash Heal, like Vivify, Renumis, those kinds of things, Shayloons, have significantly fewer temporary modifiers that greatly increase their power. I love that. We've increased these base throughput. So basically things like High Tide are probably going to be nerfed, but baseline Chain Heal is going to be buffed. I like that. Do you think they know monk spells? Come on now. Come on now, MCS. They don't know monk spells. All they know is priest. They know the popular ones, right? No, I'm totally kidding. Time to react. We want to shift your focus away from rotating through several high-powered cooldowns to selecting the right spells for right situations. I love that. Like, why does this single target dot do so much damage that I need to commit a full raid cooldown for when really my spot healing should just be stronger? I love that. 100%. And healing a raid when you have less cooldown. So like, it's going to be fun to kind of play old school WoW where like, you know, no one has a cooldown here. So you kind of all just like flash heal 20 people and like everyone's just spamming your single spells. Prayer of Mending Machine Gun. I mean, without premonition, how much of a machine gun can you be, though? Let's see. There are a lot of changes across every healer spec that we encourage you to read through and experiment with. We know, like Mistweaver Monks, we have Shaylun's Gift kind of being a replacement for Vivify, like a hybrid cooldown. We know we still have some tuning to work on, and some Apex talents are still being drafted that will impact healer capabilities. The most useful feedback right now for us would be in these areas. What healing spells feel like they don't ever have a situation to be used in? Can we think of anything? In Mythic Plus, Renewing Mist. Soothing Mist in a lot of builds. There's some things. You can definitely think of some things. Are there healing spells that you feel like you must have a bunch of specific criteria met to effectively use the spell? Oh, literally just Mistweaver Monk. Why do we have to blanket Enveloping Mist? I mean, now they're trying to fix that, but like, you need a blanket Enveloping Mist to get the full effect from Master of Harmony or Shaylun's or any of that. So yes, Mistweaver has way too many healing modifiers. Way too many. How does the pace of healing feel in Midnight compared to your experiences? We'll have to test that, but I think it's sounding like it's going to be good. Are there situations that feel like they are not reasonably able to be healed with the changes in Midnight? Okay, so we're going to have to test like big major overlaps and stuff. Please list specific boss encounters or abilities that were possible, or abilities where possible. Okay. How does PvP healing? I don't know. Thank you for reading. I love that, dude. Honestly, I love this change. I'm excited for it. Very excited for it. Yeah, like no 300 action per minute healing, nor casting a regrowth every 10 minutes like in vanilla. Something in the middle. I agree. I think this is exciting. This one's exciting, but y'all said the dungeon pool. The thing is, I don't know any of the dungeons. But let's see. Here are the dev notes. Let's see if they've kind of talked about anything in specific about Mistweaver. Character level. Maximum level will be 83. Okay, so that will be... the reason why we have those 3 extra talent nodes is because our max level is 83. Very cool. Or very cool. I just said ghoul. Murder Row. Is that a dungeon? Murder Row. Stat squish. Yay. Okay, starting in Public Alpha 1, we've squished numbers across the board. Like previous squishes, we are reducing values across the board, including player and creature health, damage, healing, item level, and stats on items. The squish will not affect player character levels. For players logging into Public Alpha, the new character templates will reflect the expected player power from levels. Okay, so our max level is 90, but we're going to gain 3 talents from to level 83. Okay. Known issues for item previews in the quest. Okay, I don't need to read known issues because those will be fixed. Okay, so they're changing DR. So development notes. We are making some adjustments to how DR works in World of Warcraft. So when you go above 30% haste, every stat is DR'd. It's like leaving the volume at 86, I know, right? I think it's just saying you don't gain talents beyond 83, I think is what it meant. DR refers to... We know what DR is. In order to make crowd control less frustrating PvP... Okay, so this is affecting, like, stun DRs, not stat DRs. For PvE, we're removing the immunity after 3 stuns. Yay, so now my kick will work if people have stunned it 3 times. Our primary goal here is to remove the need to track diminishing return state on enemies. Instead of enforcing a hidden and complex system, oh yeah, beautiful, chef's kiss. DR categories will reset after 16 seconds, not 18. Creature will no longer be immune to stun effects after 3 effects. The duration of the stun will be... stun effect will continue to diminish in half upon each application until they reach 1/16th, where it will remain until 16 seconds have passed. Okay. Very cool. Classes. Oh, hold on. The global interrupt duration has been increased. We would like players to have more effective tools against caster enemies, particularly in dungeons. To that end, we're increasing interrupt durations across the board. Okay. So kicks are going to last for 5 seconds. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it. I like it. Give me more of it. Okay, then these are the actual class changes, which we've already gone through the tree. We've already gone through the tree, but let's see if anything stands out here for Monk. Hunter. What the heck? So that's mages. Our boys. Whoa, Celestial Conduit now overrides Zwin? That's crazy. Still no kick for Priest Healers? Big sad. That means that Priests are technically being nerfed. You see Prez losing Spirit Bloom and Emerald Communion? Really? Spirit Bloom's big. I'm fine with no Emerald Communion, but Spirit Bloom is going to be very missed, I think. We have decided not to give one to Priest. Big sad, dude. Shame. Big shame. Hate to see it. Okay, so we've read all of this. No longer increases the healing of Vivify and now functions with Shaylun. So it no longer boosts the healing, but it's just the instant effect. Soothe healing was boosted by 50%. That's actually huge. Chi Burst removed from Mistweaver and Windwalker only. Really? Oh. I didn't notice that when I was looking at the talents. Okay. Rising Suncake removed for Brewmasters. That's where they get Stagger. Okay. Let's see. Midnight updates are focused on simplifying movement-to-movement decision-making / tracking and streamlining their cooldown movements. I like that. We're also removing Jadefire Stomp's positional gameplay as we felt it did not match our combat approachability goals. I like that. Way of the Crane and Way of the Serpent is now a choice node worth highlighting as well, which is something new we're trying to I love it. To highlight different aspects of Mistweaver's toolkit, in particular based on a player's preferred playstyle. See, they're throwing nods at the caster playstyle. They want us to like caster, so that's what Serpent is, which is huge. Our hope is that both options have relevant situations in which they are useful and therefore encouraged. I'm going to be playing a lot of caster, guys. I know you guys like caster. I like caster. We're going to be playing Way of the Serpent caster. Question is, what do we call it? Snake Weaver? I don't know. So the Mist is such a cool ability. Shame it does 0 healing. I mean, it does a lot of healing. If you pay attention to actually how much healing it's doing, if you just Soothing Mist your half health tank, they'll be topped up quickly. Like, the reason why it feels like you're doing no healing is because when you compare it to a Vivify, yeah, the Vivify will slam healing, but Soothing Mist does a lot of healing. And the fact that it's getting buffed is pretty cool. Our hope is that both options have relevant situations, useful, blah, 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 blah. Spirit Font. So yeah, this is all the new talents that we've already read through today. The mana cost of Shaylun's now matches Vivify. Interesting. Whoa! Shaylun's Gift now can be cast without any clouds for a baseline amount. And it can be cast during your Soothing Mist channel. Very cool. Functions with everything that works with Vivify. Okay, very cool. Primary healing increased. So they're buffing the single target healing of Vivify. No longer reduces its healing behind... Rejoice! They said it! Vivify primary healing is increased by 60% and no longer reduces its healing beyond 5 targets. So they have removed square root scaling. We are looking to carve unique niches for Vivify and Shaylun's based on group size. Oh my gosh, they have removed square root scaling, so it's confirmed. Boom. 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 Rejoice. Okay. Vivify now tracks the amount of active Renewing Mist you have active on its active bar bind. Okay, so like down here, you'll be able to see, like here I have 2 charges of Holy Shock. Now you'll be able to see how many Renewing Mist you have out. That's awesome. Chi Harmony. Chi Harmony's already 25. Okay, so Enveloping Mist heal over time effect has been increased by 60%. So they've buffed how much the hot does, but the healing bonus... Okay, yeah, so I noticed that. I saw that. I saw it. Cleave Vivify's going to go insane. Oh, yeah. Shayluns without clouds is super interesting. Yeah, you can spam Shayluns, basically, for the same stuff. Very cool. It'll be, like, weaker, but it'll be cool. So Shayluns is basically just a stronger Vivify, I'm guessing, that can scale up if you don't cast it for some time. This doesn't make any sense about Chi Harmony. Yeah, I think they might have accidentally put that in there. Chi Harmony already increases healing done by 25%, I'm pretty sure. Soothing Mist now follows the target of your Enveloping Mist. Okay! So Peer into Peace is baked in. I was wondering why they removed Peer into Peace, but it's because Peer into Peace is literally baked in. which is fantastic. Fantastic. I was so upset about the loss of Peer into Peace, but now literally our Soothing Mist will follow our Vivify and Envelop Mist target and Shaylin's Gift. So that's Chef's Kiss. They baked in Peer into Peace. Love it. Invigorating Mist now also increases the healing of Shaylin's Gift by 75%. Okay, we saw that. Thunderfocus Seed can no longer be used on Expel Armor Vivify. There's our confirmation for that. Manatee's cost reduction functionality has been removed, but its mana return has been increased. At least they're giving us the mana return increase, which this does actually scale up the talent that makes you drink more mana back, the one that you take in Mythic Plus. So this actually is a buff to that, because it does also scale up how much mana you get back, which will multiply with this 25% modifier. So that's a buff. Jadefire Teachings is now always active and no longer lasts 15. Then why does the tooltip say it lasts 15 seconds? But so Jadefire Teachings, you no longer have to turn it on; you just have it. So that's fantastic. Celestial Harmony no longer calls you to cast Enveloping Breath, but calls your next to Envelop Mist instant cast. Yep. Makes instant cast and costs 20% mana or less mana. Simplifying the preparation for Invoke Chi-Ji 100%. I love it. Tea of Serenity now grants a stack of Enveloping Mist or Renew Mist. I noticed they took off Vivify, which is huge. Taking off Vivify, which is huge. Mending activation chance has been 100%. I did notice it was 100. I didn't know if that was changed or if I just haven't read Mending in a long time, but that's really good. So you're always going to duplicate that effect. That's really good. Jade Empowerment is now on a choice node with Mending. Unison, Dance of Chi-Ji are no longer on choice nodes. The following talents have been removed. So Invoker's Delight. Ooh, I didn't even notice. Invoker's Delight's gone. Jadefire Stomp's gone. Peer into Peace was baked in baseline. And then Shao's Lesson was removed and replaced with whatever. Which the Shao's Lesson replacement's pretty unexciting. All in all, dude, exciting time to be a Mistweaver. Basically Peer into Peace. Yeah, it's basically Peer into Peace. So basically, if you Soothing Mist one person and Vivify them, and then go and Vivify another person, your Soothing Mist won't break. It'll just swap there, and that next Vivify will be instant on the next person. And your Soothing Mist will swap to that new target. That's what that Soothing Mist thing means. So all in all, I'm super excited to play Mistweaver. I'm excited to see what you guys have to see, or have to say down in the comments below. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll probably just tack this on to the end of the other video to make this the outro. So make sure and subscribe, like, do all the sellout stuff. Shout out to everyone in Twitch chat right now, hanging out on Twitch and on YouTube on the stream, having fun with me. So yeah, make sure you click all those sellout buttons. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'll have to edit that down somehow, but just got to say something so I don't forget to make an outro over the top of that one. But yeah, dude, it's going to be a super fun time. Ooh, what is this? This is for Windwalkers. I saw Skyfire heal. Rising Suncake's crit strike chance increased by 4% for each nearby enemy up to 5 allies. 10% of its damage splashes. Dude, that's sick. Huge changes for all the healer. I think it's dude, Midnight's very exciting. Very exciting. Very exciting. Ooh, next Darkmoon Fair, October 5th. Coming up. Just in time for the superpower too, so it's nice. Okay, what else? Yeah, they're changing up combat add-ons, which is it's gonna be good long term. I watched this live. Just a lot of casual player stuff in this Q&A. There wasn't much about Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus full rotation. So these are the 4 new ones. So we have Nexus Point Xenos, Windrunner's Spire, Mysara Caverns, Magister's Terrace. So I already know that I cannot pronounce a single one of these except for, I guess, Windrunner's Spire. Alcathar Academy, love it. Pit of Sauron, I don't know that dungeon. I don't know this dungeon. Skyreach, I don't know that dungeon either. Seat of the Triumvirate. I don't know any of these dungeons, to be honest. I didn't play any of these except for Alcathar Academy. I didn't play any of these tiers. This is the part where he keeps it all in the video. I know, right? Honestly, I'm saying, oh, I'll record over it. I'm not going to do that. Y'all know I'm not going to do that. Sick of Wrath Dungeon? Yeah, I'm always excited to go back to Wrath stuff, but I just don't know the mechanics here. So y'all know I'm going to be busting my butt testing things on the PTR. So I'm going to try to make guides this season for all the dungeons. Sea was garbage back in Legion. A lot of dungeons I've heard were really bad, and people are like super down about them coming back. But then they end up liking them a lot, and when they come back, so they do kind of fancy them up and change a bit. So I think it's going to be, they're going to probably suit these up nicely. I know Algathar Academy was just really fun because you had a lot of AoE damage. The bosses were pretty fun, except for the orb boss was pretty annoying. They did also already completely rework Algathar's final boss. The second season it was available, and I did not like the rework. So I wonder if they're going to rework it again. Doesn't it release next February? Is it not super early to... Brother Bear, one thing you'll learn about WoW is that they announce things way too early because we are their QR team, or what's it called? Quality Assurance QA team. We're their QA team. So they announce things super early so that they have a super early beta and a super early PTR, and then we do all the testing for them, and then they do it. So that's kind of how this works. So yes, we get hyped up way too early, and then all the hype dies out. So yes, that's how WoW works, unfortunately. So yeah, my hype went from a solid 4 to an 8 for these class changes. Me too. I'm very hyped up. It's just it's very far away for sure, Brother Bear. Yeah, all in all, super good changes. I think WoW is a game that is so old that if they want to keep new players coming in, they really have to simplify systems. So that's really good that they're looking to do that for sure. For sure. Okay, look, it's about time that I end stream. I know we literally did a couple keys today, and they were all kind of shitty, but honestly, today's more about the hype of all the new stuff coming. So I think it would just be smart for me to go ahead and call the stream today, but I will be streaming tomorrow, and hopefully, you know, we don't get trolls in our keys tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream now so I can edit all of our stuff down for what needs to be posted, all the new announcements and stuff. So I'll get all that going. So I will catch you all tomorrow. But tomorrow we'll jump right back into all the gameplay. All the excitement stuff will have been dropped. I'll make all my videos posted. February isn't that far true, but it is a third of the year. So it's pretty far. It's pretty far. Third of the year. Yeah, third of the year. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream so I can go ahead and be editing and all that stuff, be downloading my VOD so I can capture all that. But I appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. It was we did some keys, and man, there's no other word but a troll. That hunter was a troll. But honestly, it's going to make for good content once we edit the season down, or the series down. But I appreciate you all for hanging out today. Yeah, exciting times for us Mistweavers. But I'll catch you all tomorrow. Stay tuned for the videos. And if you saw them live, just click on them, have them on while you're doing a key or something. I would appreciate that. Y'all know that stuff adds up. But y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you all tomorrow for some actual gameplay. Hope